And welcome back to episode 65 of the Hit the Showers podcast, presented to you by the Foolproof Entertainment Network. As always, I am your host, Clifford Jordan Jennings, here with my point man and co-host, Malcolm Jalen Hurts Jersey and his Amazon card king.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just so everybody knows, the jersey sales have skyrocketed. They said over 500% for Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, I seen an article about that. And we got my guy back in the building. What's good with my G, Les Snipe?
Yeah, man. What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Be More Nation. You already know we flop, but we'll get back on the horse.
You know, and we'll get into that. I don't know if, you know what? Ladies first, Malcolm. What you? Oh, okay. Sound like he got something he dealing with.
No, you said ladies first. What you got for me?
Yeah,
it ain't for me. But what you want to ask me?
What game you want to talk about the most? I figured you wanted to talk about the Flamingos.
I mean, it was not a major
the battle of the foul game.
You know, it's the only team that didn't allow a touchdown on defense. I mean, it's not really a big deal in their first game of the season. But, I mean, if you want to start with them, we can. I mean, how about them Eagles, though? You know, we look good. 32-6, no offensive touchdowns, no defensive touchdowns. Jalen Hurts looked great. Devontae Smith had a touchdown. Miles Sanders, who's from Pittsburgh, shout out, by the way, had a touchdown himself. We look good. We look pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Now that you're done with your introduction, and I want to bring this up because you was in the chat gassing them up, or I don't know if that was a private text to me, but you was talking about Devontae Smith was going across the middle and doing all that.
Oh yeah, I called you and let you know. Yeah, my man went over the middle, caught him. Got hit, got back up. Hell no. He did one. He did drop it one time. I was like, yeah.
He was nervous.
he probably was.
Take a hit.
As a motherfucker.
You know what, Cuddy? It was a third down type of play too. Like it was an easy first down capability. Yeah, he dropped it. It was an easy pass too. Yeah.
And I know why he dropped it too. You can see it. You can see it in his face because he knew that backside linebacker was coming. So it was really three people around him, and he was worried about tucking, getting down for that motherfucker.
Killed.
You know what though? You bring up a good point. I'm not mad at somebody for playing smart though at the same time.
No. I'm not mad at anybody for tucking. I get the wide receivers for doing that now. Back in the day, I had a problem with it.
Right.
But I get why they do that now, especially because they giving smaller guys shots. And it's just no point in taking punishment if you can, but you got to pull the ball in before you worry about not taking a hit.
Right.
Sometimes you just gotta make the catch and take the hit.
Focus on the first step.
For sure.
But that I didn't bring that up to hate because he did.
But you been hating.
Nah, he did do all right. I was most impressed with Jalen Hurts. He did look good.
Oh yeah, I mean, don't worry. I get you a jersey on the way. Once you feel like you're fully sold, and we keep having this conversation about his performance, I know you're gonna want a jersey. I'll get one shipped to you personally.
But listen, like Britt was saying in the chat, y'all only did that with the Falcons.
But you gotta think, new coach, first time coach.
No, that does look good for him.
First time true starting quarterback, as a starter for the season. Jalen Hurts.
Fione or what's his name?
Nick Sirianni. Nick Sirianni. Yeah.
I said Fione.
Fione.
Hey, Cliff him on Shrek. He's thinking about Princess.
I knew it was something.
But no, I mean, and here's the thing, y'all. I agree the Falcons are definitely not a good team. Although they have a few pieces, but they're not a good team. I was more impressed with the fact that we don't really have pieces of offense. Like we really don't have any household names at all, really, on our team, besides Zach Ertz and a couple guys on defensive line. But that's what impressed me the most about my team winning that. You know what I mean?
How old is Zach Ertz? He was like 32, 33 now?
He's probably I'd say he's at least 30. Let me see.
That's his tight end.
Yeah,
that's the tight end.
He's an all-pro tight end.
That dude. He definitely makes the Pro Bowl a lot. He's nice.
Yeah, I called it. He's 30. He'll be 31.
30. Okay. So he got one more good contract out of him. 4 year.
At least
Kinda
3, yeah.
And a
3-4 a
side,
year,
said-
kind of M.
100 M.
Bro, he's been consistent all his career. How many games he missed injury?
not many.
Not many. He puts up what 60, 67 receptions every year. He's one of your main wide receivers because you don't have a wide receiver, so he's your main guy.
That is true.
Do you have Alshon Jeffrey or whatever his name is?
Well, I'm pretty sure we still have him, but I don't see him playing. So
He's probably injured. See, that's what I'm saying. You got pieces that ain't producing. This is like Mark Andrews on B More. Like you got one guy who gets the ball the most,
right?
And you got another guy who runs the ball the most. So Jalen Hurts' guy, who's he gonna throw it to? Miles Sanders,
and that's why I said. That's why. Well, he's gonna throw it to Devontae Smith. I mean, that's his.
Miles Sanders look nice too, though.
He does.
Miles is nice.
You see what I'm saying, Cliff?
But they can use him downfield a little bit more. Right now, they're just using him as Jalen Hurts' safety net. You know,
right.
If all else fails and you can't make
just
a
dump
read
it down.
downfield, he's always going to be there for you right down the way.
Mm-hmm.
And he makes something happen.
He does.
Every time. His rack is pretty good.
Yeah, he makes something happen.
Yeah, I like him. But, I mean, in that game, like I said, I was impressed. I mean, Jalen Hurts was 27 for 35, 264 yards, 3 touchdowns. I believe his QB rating was like 89.
No, it's 126.4.
His QB rating, was it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
It was balling.
Maybe it was.
That's a good stat line.
Yeah, he was up there. He's
a solid. Do you miss a Carson Wentz with a stat line like that?
I didn't want him. Shoot, Cliff they knew my stance on Carson.
And they paid him all that money just to offload him?
Man.
Right.
That is ridiculous.
It's the worst decision they've ever made.
It's terrible. He didn't even win the Super Bowl for you. It was Nick Foles.
Right.
If he should have paid somebody, it would have been Nick.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you said it. But yeah, that was a good game by Philly. Not really too much else happened other than, couple of plays.
Yeah, no. I mean, I feel like
Kyle Pitts looked nice. I mean, you can tell that Kyle Pitts is going to be an all-pro tight end very soon in this league. Like, you can tell you can tell he hasn't hit his ceiling yet.
I was concerned with Ryan.
Matt Ryan?
Yeah, Matt Ryan.
Man, we ain't worried
Cliff,
about him.
I put him in that category. You know what category of quarterbacks I'm talking about. You know the list I always hit you with.
That's why I was I mean, I'm not concerned, but surprised that the Falcons stuck with him.
Get somebody else, bro. He's not it.
I never understood that.
Matty Ice has been ice cold. They call him Matty Ice. He's been ice cold.
I
don't get it. Like you see, Cliff, I don't understand, bro. It's like, what is Matt Ryan and the owner maybe good friends on a personal level? Maybe they go golfing or whatever.
Right. Because he looked bad out there in a few situations.
Bro, Julio left. If Matt Ryan was still an elite quarterback, why would he say, I'm going to go with Ryan Tannehill? He would be like, no, I'm sticking with Matt Ryan's our better quarterback, or he's still an elite quarterback. I'm going to stick with him. I know he's getting older too, Julio, but I'm just saying he left. You know what I mean? For a reason. This team ain't going nowhere.
That chip. He's chasing that chip.
This team ain't going nowhere.
Nah, Atlanta's an injury-prone team. They got rid of your boy Vic Beasley when he was like Defensive Player of the Year. Like, what? You get rid of who?
When they lost to the Patriots.
When they blew that 28-0 lead. Ridiculous. Pure insanity.
I lost money in that game, too.
I did, too. I was pissed. Like, what? What? 28-0 at half. You let somebody score 31 points. 31 points? What? You didn't score a touchdown. Oh, your punter got more PT than your quarterback did. Your punter was kicking every play.
But that broke their whole. He said,
What?
I think that broke the whole team, though. Not just Matt Ryan and them. It broke everybody. Like, I think they haven't been the same since.
Bro, they offloaded Devontae Smith. Your boy, what was the other little backup's name? All the running backs were gone next year. Gone. You know what I'm saying? They started trading.
You mean Devontae Freeman. You mean
Freeman.
Devontae Freeman. I was
trying to.
And what was other cousin's name? With Tevin Coleman? There you go. They was off Vic Beaslly. Julio was on it trying to get out. Everybody was requesting a trade after they lost. We out of here.
Hey, they've been cursed ever since. What's the head coach?
We don't even know.
Jim Mora.
He's the guy from Jackson. What is it, Jacksonville?
Jim Moore. Y'all remember when Jim Moore was a coach of the Falcons and Vic back in the day when Vic was there? And you remember Jim Moore? He's Jim Moore
like
Jr.
04.
or Jim Moore Jr.
That's like 04.
His dad's the one that said playoffs. What's
the playoffs? We don't know that.
Hey, every time that will never get old. Every time I see that skit. Or side note, y'all remember the one with Danny Green? He said they are who we thought they were. I guess somebody asked him, "What did y'all think?" They are who we thought they were.
Oh man,
that's the piece to Danny
Green.
But anyways, the Falcons have been cursed for a long time. Is what I was getting at. They've just been down bad.
Yeah, it's just bad news bears.
I would call that cursed.
I just feel like ever since the Vic era, you know what I'm saying? When Matt Schaub was officially.
Matt Schaub was a decent backup though, for sure.
Yeah, but they just never. It's like the spark left when Vic left. You know what I mean? That, in my opinion,
I could agree with that.
Well, Vic was the spark.
But I mean, they haven't really been a relevant team since the Vic era. Is what I'm saying. Like,
it's been like 15 years. Vic been like
they honestly haven't made any moves.
Right? That's what I'm saying? Why is that? What's going on in that organization?
That's like 15 years, bro. That's a long time.
Seems like they're stockpiling for something, but I wouldn't know what.
Are they waiting for the next draft, two drafts? They see somebody 3 years from now.
Well, you got to think if it's a draft within even this next 2 years, they would have to know that they're covering every position they need out of it, which means first you can't predict your picks.
Nah.
Right? Because you don't know where you're gonna fall in the season in those seasons. If you're gonna do that, right? But they're usually like a
so team.
Yeah, I wouldn't
middle of the pack.
Right.
I don't know if I put them middle of the pack. I might say
I'll call them bottom of the barrel.
So, I don't want to say they're not really sub 500 because they usually have a better than 500 record, but.
Y'all know who I can see them going for in the future as far as quarterback goes?
They're a sub, like you said, sub
team.
Middle tier team.
Right.
They're in the middle tier, but they're in the lower middle of that.
The little middle, yeah.
Right.
What's that quarterback that Rob used to talk about a lot that goes to Oklahoma? Spencer Rattler or something? Rattler.
Uh-huh.
Maybe that's who they're, you know.
See, I don't get that. It's a professional sport.
But you can't stockpile.
How can you just tank for years?
But you can't stockpile for just that one guy. The way that, like you saying, getting rid of all those people and not making no moves to get anything else that would lead you to believe that they're holding out for something. And it can't just be one person. You have to be covering all your positions, like I said. Unless you know a free agency, somebody's getting, released from a squad that you think you may be able to pick up and got shots at.
Or maybe it's a charity like the Pittsburgh Pirates. They just trade everybody away, never hold nobody, never pay nobody. Yeah, it's just a charity, just write-offs. I don't know. Arthur Blank is a smart man. Yeah, he got a nice stadium. You know what I'm saying? They be selling $2 hot dogs. They have charging everybody.
I think he's Italian.
It does seem like for what? Like when are y'all gonna make a move?
Right.
When? It's been 15 years, bro. 15. Vic left 04, 05? And he went to jail? Come on, man.
Here's the question. Would y'all consider Atlanta, the Falcons, a destination spot if you're a free agent? Like, would you say
hell no.
Atlanta? Or do you say, yeah, I'm not, I don't want to go to.
You say Atlanta destination spot?
Like, are they an attraction to, let's say, potential suitors or free agents?
Well, maybe destination wise, but I'm not saying that you're in the best destination, but that destination is suitable for a lot of people. But what I'm saying is, it's not just about destination. You know what I mean? It has to be about organization as well. And clearly, what y'all been from what we've been talking about since 04, 05, you haven't really done much, and they didn't even really put nobody thorough around Vic either back
They
then.
didn't. Not at all. Warwick Dunn was.
He had subpar wide receivers that he made look like gods.
Yeah, Price. I remember light skin.
Yeah, I'm about to say Price. What was the other whiteout's name?
They had a nice white wide receiver back in the day.
Back that far.
They had a nice white wide receiver. I can't remember who it was.
Then they had Warren Dunn.
Warwick Dunn was the running back.
Was it Warren Dunn or what was the other person?
Running back.
Like who did they? That's what I'm saying, bro. Who they really have? Who did they ever really have? They've been to 2 Super Bowls.
Yes or no?
They blew both.
D'Angelo Hall.
Okay, that's defense. That was the cornerback. I remember him. He was decent. But like, who besides a handful of players that we can recollect did Atlanta ever really be like?
Nobody.
So that explains it right there. That's your reason why you would say
it's 15 years. You had 5 great players we can name off the hand. Come on, man. Y'all's a charity, bruh. Y'all writing them 10. Y'all just writing money off at this point. Just come on, man. Just sell it. Give it to another city who wants a team. You know what I mean? Like,
well, we'll move on from that one. Let's y'all brought him up. You brought him up, Les. I don't want to we're working backwards on my list. The Saints and the Packers.
Crazy game. Jameis Winston looking like a god.
Man.
Sean
and he got that
Payton.
number 2 jersey on the Saints. He brought me back to Aaron Brooks.
Oh,
hey, that's what I was thinking.
He brought me
Aaron
back
Brooks
to Aaron Brooks. He did look amazing though. Only 148 yards and it looked like
5
so
touchdowns.
much more. It was 5 touchdowns, but it looked like so much more. Like with, I guess it was only 2 of them. He threw like 2 bombs for touchdowns.
Yeah. He only 14 completions for 20.
Let me see.
That's efficient. I mean, he only threw 20 passes and he completed over 60%.
Yeah,
that's pretty strong.
20,
he was 70% on that.
0 picks.
He had a 130.8 QBR.
That's high. Woo, killing.
This could be the start to something.
And he didn't get injured. He didn't take no unnecessary hits, and he didn't force the ball downfield. Smart football wins all the time. It always wins.
Be careful.
He did take one. He did take one unnecessary hit. He ran that ball for that first down, and he tried to lower his shoulder for like.
He got cracked
and like flipped over.
He got flipped.
Not like flipped, but like it was very unnecessary the hit that he took though.
But and Sean Payton was fighting on his ass.
And then Aaron Rodgers on the other hand.
Bro, he was throwing the ball. He was giving the ball. I seen the one pass. He overthrew his receiver about 10 yards. Easy. The ball was just floating in the air. I'm like, where are you going?
Aaron Rodgers looked like he lost big in Vegas.
Man.
He looked like he owes a lot of money to some very bad people. That's how he looked out there.
Yeah, he didn't look too kosher.
He looked like he was throwing that game.
That's what I'm saying. Pull a Pete Rose or something.
Yeah, something, man. He must have got paid a lot of money.
He's just
Hey, we're about to mess up the sports books this week. Watch Green Bay get tore up by 30. 30. People's like, Green Bay's not going to lose by 30.
I can't believe that.
Got smacked. Then 3 points? I got Mason Crosby on my damn fantasy. Bro, he's the only person for Green Bay out of multiple people I have who put up points that game. I was like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, that was awful. That was an awful showing by Aaron Rodgers.
Does Green Bay redeem themselves?
Who they play this week?
Let me see.
I don't know. That is a good question. But while you look that up, I do want to shout us out the fact that we did bring that up about Jameis Winston back in the day, or back on previous podcasts, that it may be better for him
to go to another team.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah, I remember. I was listening to some of the old podcasts, and a lot of things that we like, not we, but of course that you guys spoke about, and then like I've been here and there, but mostly like a lot of stuff has been happening when you change systems, even with the Cam Newton thing, and like when you change certain systems, certain coaches mesh better with certain players.
Right.
Jameis Winston really never had a chance in Tampa Bay. Let's be real.
Right.
Who did he have?
Bruce Arians.
And then now look at the Tampa Bay now. Would he be able to win in a Tampa Bay a loaded defense, a loaded offense? Like every special teams is even good. So like,
right.
Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? So, I'll give Jameis I was giving him a little flack, but he redeemed himself. He looks good, and I hope the Saints make the playoffs this year for sure.
And that was my upset of the week too. Shout myself out. Yeah, remember,
that was the upset
from last week.
Wow.
I said Saints Packers. I thought that was gonna be.
Can you imagine if you had money on that game?
Ooh, you would have
Saints
made
Packers,
a vote.
and I said, what was the other one?
Chiefs Browns.
Houston and
No.
Jacksonville.
No.
Bills and Pittsburgh.
No.
I called that one though. I knew. Yeah.
I didn't see the Bills losing like that. Actually, I had money on that. I had a parlay, and I ended up losing, of course. And then Houston upset in Jacksonville. I didn't. I got upset it kind of quite bad this week. Actually,
you had Jacksonville beating Houston.
The only reason why is because Tyrod Taylor was a backup for many years in Baltimore,
Right.
and he was a backup to Josh Allen in Buffalo. I just didn't have faith in it. I don't know who the Houston really has. I mean, they got rid of DeAndre Hopkins. You're offloading people. Watson's out. He's paying him all his money to sit on the bench. Like, what is their defense? Who does their defense really have? Trevor Lawrence has been killing.
They don't have the best defense.
Exactly. So I just took Trevor Lawrence, and he did okay. He did so. You know what I mean? But
you talking about in the game?
No, in the actual game, he did so. So like this first regular season game, I mean, he did better than a lot of other rookie quarterbacks that we can name. So I mean, he got Urban Meyer. I just felt like it was just like a perfect little thing to go with. Now, as the season progresses, I think Jacksonville will win at least 7 games, but we'll see.
I guess my question, the reason why I was asking preseason is what was it that led up to making you believe that would be the upset? You know what I mean? Like, what gave you the faith? Because let's be honest, Trevor Lawrence and Urban Meyer are both unproven.
It's true.
Hasn't been too many additions to their team other than Trevor Lawrence.
Tim Tebow.
And I running back out of Clemson, the one that came with them.
Etchen.
Yeah, Etienne. Yeah, Etienne. I'm sorry. I don't want to butcher his name. Yeah.
But you're right.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's another. Let's be honest. That's another Falcons situation.
True.
Where since the Jags have been added as an expansion team, they haven't done shit to improve.
Mark Brunell.
That's what I was about to say. They had a decent year with Mark Brunell, and who was it? Stephen Davis.
Fred Taylor, running back.
Was it
Marcus Jones-Drew?
No, Maurice Jones-Drew came after. Fred Taylor was original OG. Well, Mark Brunell.
Well, who else was there early?
Was it Fred Taylor I'm thinking of?
Yeah,
Fred Taylor, number 28.
That played for him.
Probably thinking of Denver.
Nah, not Terrell.
Oh, but yeah, no, it was Fred Taylor back with the Mark Brunell.
Who was his name?
He had a higher number. Like, he was a running back, but his number was in the 40s.
I don't know that dude. It's like 0506.
It was back around the Brunell time frame.
Mark Brunell, yeah, 45. That's like a fullback.
Or maybe I'm thinking of Michael Davis.
Michael Davis? Yeah, that's a fullback. Actually, that was a running back.
Yeah, he was for the Raiders.
For Carolina?
Oh.
No,
Mike Davis?
Michael.
Was it?
I'm tripping. I'm fucking up who I thought it was. Because now I'm mixing 2 different people. For the Raiders wasn't who I thought it was. That's Michael Bush. But the dude, I don't know. I can't remember. I have to look it up. But
lost and soft.
What I'm getting at is that, once again, they got lucky with the Brunell in that team situation. It just so happened that Brunell made something happen with what he had around him. But it wasn't a situation where the Jags placed pieces strategically for Brunell to use.
I agree.
And it's similar to, not similar, because I mean you kind of gotta give even the Falcons more P's than the Jags in that
Falcons have did
regard.
more pieces. They've did more pieces.
Right,
I mean,
but I still don't get why you would think Tyrod Taylor couldn't beat the.
I just didn't put him high on my list. I didn't put him high on my list. I have seen him. He was a good backup in Baltimore behind Joe Flacco because I remember those days. That was the 08 to like 2012, 13 era after we won the bowl. You know what I mean? But I just didn't think with that Houston team that they can get over the hump. You know, Jacksonville really doesn't have defensive players. They offloaded, okay? You know, Jalen Ramsey's gone. Is AJ Bouye still there? Is Bouye still there? Probably not. So, you know, I'm just like, well, okay, well, you know, it's a coin flip. It was like, do you really have, what does Texas really have?
Flipped on the Jags.
And I flipped on Jacksonville, exactly. That's what it was. Like,
I would never.
Fucking that is bothering me, man.
And I seen the game, and I was watching, you know, because I got like I got all the little apps and stuff, and I got YouTube TV, so I be watching all the games. But it was just like, man, like, what? I'm watching at the score, like, bro, it was like 21-0 at one point. I'm like, God damn, like they get smacked. It was an upset. Shay Carter.
What's up, Callie?
My guy.
What's going down, man? Hey, my fault. I got my days mixed up. You know, I was off work yesterday, threw my whole week off, man.
Right.
I'm playing today Tuesday and shit. What's going down, fellas? What's going down? Yeah, you see, I had to make a quick whiskey one, man. You know what I'm saying? I get my bourbon.
Make me choke on this fucking smoke.
Yeah, man, I had to get that bourbon real quick.
I ain't mad at you, baby. Look at you.
He's opening up the top. Okay. Look at you. Open up the top.
Hey, man, you know.
Riding around getting it.
Listen, I ain't mad at you, but I'm mad at the motherfucking Jets. Let me tell you that.
Oh, my goodness, man.
Oh, Lord.
That offensive line was looking terrible, man.
It was a slaughterhouse.
And you know what?
Man,
it's funny. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but it's funny because I was thinking to myself, like, I definitely want Zach Wilson to succeed. But I was just thinking to myself, like, now you see what Sam was going through. Like, it ain't just like you gonna come in and take over shit.
Not at all.
No, yeah, I definitely understand what Sam was going through. That's why I wanted to keep, initially I wanted to keep Sam Darnold,
right.
And and just trade number 2 and just get a boatload of picks. And we still would have got all of these pieces that we had, and we would have had Darnold plus more pieces. That was what I wanted initially. But yeah, he was. I mean, I feel like in the second half we kind of got it together a little bit more. But yeah, that, and then we riddled with injuries right now, man. It's like just bad luck.
Baltimore got it the worst, man. Baltimore got it the worst, bro.
Yeah,
we lost all our production, bro, in a matter of a fucking spring training, essentially. Everything's gone. Preseason gone. The whole gone. It's like, bro, we got Le'Veon Bell. He's washed up, bro. What he gonna do?
Right. But at least you still got Lamar, man. You got Action Jackson in there.
Yeah, we got Action Jackson until the action stopped. I keep telling them, stop running around before you get that head cracked one good time. One good hit can end a career, and we don't need that.
But and not to hop off that Jets Panthers game, but Vic did it.
Vic was also like he was one of the most. Vic had more weight though. If you look at comparison,
I don't know if he had more weight so much as he may have been.
He's 200 pounds
shorter.
Yeah, he's
6 foot, 200
He's
pounds.
about 6 feet even, so he was more stocky.
He's too solid 200.
I think it just looked like that. And when he came back from when he got out of jail, he definitely was a little thicker. But
230.
But before,
he transferred his game for a minute though, man. When he was on the Eagles, he really, he had transformed his game, because if you think about it, this dude wasn't even reading defenses or nothing. Like,
nope,
crazy.
Right, he just playing backyard football, Callie.
I mean that. Okay. Man. So let me.
He said it himself.
And you done brought me to it. I'm sorry. So let me give Lamar credit in that regard. I will say that he did impress me in that game, because I'm hard on Lamar. I'm
Right.
very, very hard on Lamar.
Me also.
And he did impress me in that game, like with his ability to make plays, and all of them weren't with his feet. He made a lot. He
Yeah.
extended a lot of routes on a lot of plays that had the defense confused. So I do want to shout him out for that. With that being said, though, I want to say that as bad as it looked for the Raiders DBs, because I know they are young bucks out there, it wasn't
tired.
that bad. Exactly, and it wasn't that bad because, like we said, Mount, when Lamar extends the route, those routes change. So you're
Right.
not
Yeah,
just
it's not
guarding that
doable.
man right for a post. Now you got to follow him through the field or sit in the zone and hope he doesn't pick you off. And that's what he was doing.
The Patrick Mahomes effect. He's sitting around. He's waiting. If his line could buy him enough time,
And
he's
that's
going to
the thing.
slaughter you.
That's the thing.
He's going to buy you enough time.
They weren't buying him
No.
enough time, and he was still doing it.
Villanueva was getting
100%.
murdered. I don't know why you want to pick up the Steelers leftovers, all right? That's our rival. Why you pick up their leftovers, man?
I
You know what I'm saying? I get it.
He's productive, but
Oh,
Hold
on. Y'all won that game. The Raiders won that game in overtime, right? Instead of going
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
instead of going for the 3 points, they just went for the gusto and said, "Fuck it."
But it should never came down to them last few possessions. Lamar had 2 fumbles.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, y'all
That
was
was-
in
So,
our
he should've never
side
even-
of the field when we got the ball back.
Exactly, bro. There's no reason why he should have ran that one play. Now, I give it to Crosby. Y'all D-line is amazing. I did
Yeah.
not think Raiders had
Yeah,
a
he was
D-line
coming
that
through.
amazing. It was
dude
crazy.
was coming through. He was doing his
4
thing.
people were getting to the quarterback
At
every
all
play.
times.
4.
Did you see when y'all did that play action and Ngakoue followed the running back straight past Lamar?
Right.
Like it was like as soon as he pulled his hand out, he was on his ass, and I was.
It was on his heels. Where you gonna go?
Think about
Nowhere.
what they're gonna do to a quarterback who keeps their feet planted in that pocket.
It's over. It's lights out. That
Well,
D-line,
I'm
4
telling
people
you.
can get to the 4 people. If the Raiders can charge 4 people in and leave 7 in coverage, no one has a chance.
That's
Hey,
a tough
If your
division y'all
DBs and
in,
your
though,
safeties
man.
can,
All
If your DBs can
we
play
all
their job.
undefeated in the AFC West.
Yeah. That's a
That's
tough
crazy.
division y'all
That
got,
is
man.
crazy.
Because
all them teams
The
is tough.
Broncos look pretty good too. I mean, although it was against the Giants, and it,
Right.
the Giants there, but
Yeah,
still they look
Giants
good.
is-
But they
yeah.
are our little brother. The only one that we gotta get the tiebreaker between the Chiefs.
Okay. Hey,
Yeah, that's true.
We in the
I mean, but
Chiefs
the
was 1-1
Chargers,
last.
everybody. That's true. Y'all just played.
Chargers look good
Yesterday.
too. Everybody look
Let's
good.
talk about
Chargers look
let's talk about what's going to happen this season, Cliff. Fuck that last season.
Not
1-1.
nothing with the Eagles.
Man.
And my thing, the Eagles
The
look good.
Eagles
too,
is gonna win their
I ain't
They
gonna
division.
do
lie,
look good. Yeah, we talked about
They
that.
look
Eagles
good.
are gonna win their
Jalen Hurts
division.
look
I'll put
good.
money on it that they're gonna win the
I think
NFC.
Jalen Hurts got a
Was that
chip
the
on his
East?
shoulder.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying, Callie.
I'll be
You feel me?
feeling for
He's
he got a
different.
chip on his shoulder.
He's
For sure.
different. He's a leader. They said last year, veterans were saying this kid is a leader. His swagger, his presence. You know what I mean? Because y'all know how it goes. You're gonna go hard for somebody you ride with. But if you don't really fuck with the person, you could probably half-ass it or not care.
You
They
know
don't really
I
fuck
say
with
when
Wentz,
I'm
man.
wrong. You know I say when I'm
Right.
wrong. And I was saying that I didn't even think he'd get the starting spot, let alone do what he did. And I was impressed.
Can we?
You know
quote
what
that?
it is, though?
Go ahead,
Nobody
Calvin.
had high expectations for the Eagles this year because really it was the coach, man. The dude just didn't look like he had it together. But I ain't gonna lie, y'all came out looking sharp.
You look good.
That's a good look
Another
for him.
game. What about the Packers, though? I don't know if y'all talked about that already.
No, we
Packers,
can
No,
we
run
can
it
talk about
back.
it again.
We can run it
they
back.
got Max. They got
Listen, I
Max.
said it
I
looked
was
like
surprised.
it looked like
And I
it-
think
Go ahead.
JV
Jameis
versus
Winston,
varsity.
man, yeah, I think the Saints is gonna be, you know what I'm saying? I think they're gonna come in second. I think the Bucks is gonna win the NFC South, but I think the Saints is gonna be number 2.
I can take
you know
that.
what I mean?
I could take
Yeah,
that.
because what you got? You got the Panthers, yeah. I mean,
Panthers,
Yeah, I was- yeah.
Buccaneers, Saints.
yeah. And you got to think too, man. Even with them playing against us on Sunday with the Jets, shit, man. We got a young team and we riddled with injuries.
That looks
So we got,
That
man.
was
We
a
got a while
sloppy
to go.
The Jets game.
I think we
the
cleaned
Saints
it up
It
a
was
little more
entertaining,
in
but
the
it was
second.
sloppy.
We cleaned it up more in the second half, but that first half,
So,
man,
He
it
caught
was
his
rough.
rhythm, but then
Elijah
he was getting
Moore,
touched.
man.
He was getting touched
Elijah-
too much to be nervous,
Yeah,
or I mean to
And-
be
and-
comfortable.
Right, but he still held it down though. Like he was getting hit, but he looked. I give him his props because he kept his composure and he still rode it out. And we still had a chance to win at the end. You know what I'm saying? We could have at least came back. We was right there in it at the end. But a lot of it, you know what I'm saying? Like
14-19?
Yeah, 14-19. Yeah, we had a chance, but
that was close. That's within a touchdown.
But see, Cal,
and he got them points, like you said, in the later. I think it was the fourth quarter.
Yeah, he threw 2 touchdowns in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
But
Elijah Moore, man, he really killed us when he dropped that. Man, that deflated us. And if we would have got that could have changed the complexion of the game, man. But it'll always be those 2 or 3 plays that could just keep the momentum going.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just like, he ain't even go to Moore after that too much. Yeah, Moore's a rookie, but he was the one that was getting the most accolades
from
during training camp. Yeah, no, he's from Ole Miss. He's from Ole Miss.
Who am I thinking? Okay, I'm thinking somebody else.
Yeah, man. So it's growing pains, man. It's gonna be a rough year, though. I could tell. But I think that as we go on through the year, yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie. I don't like that's why they call it overreactions, especially week 1. You really don't know what a team is looking like till about week 7.
You know what? I think I think that less what you was saying. I think the Jets fall in that category too.
Oh, what?
The Falcons and the Jags.
And they don't even really put nobody out there. But
Falcons and Jags.
What's
they didn't really build.
The term you use for like the Pittsburgh Pirates?
Oh yeah, charity, bro.
A charity team, like where you're not trying to add anything
Cliff,
to
you
the
gonna do the
team
Jets
to
like
make it
that?
better.
Bro, they're just writing off money.
We just had to pick up some more people because we got so many injuries. We've been signing people. We signed like 3 or 4 people over the last week, linebackers and shit.
And that is right because we had that episode a while back where I said that I feel like it's fucked up that y'all started doing that for Zach, but never did that for Sam.
Sam,
but we had a different GM too. Joe Douglas.
Right.
Well, Joe Douglas had to come in and try to clean it up, and by the time, and then we had Adam Gase.
Right.
I guess. Yeah.
Who is this
Adam
guy?
High
He was terrible.
Yeah, that's Kelly's hit the shower because every day of the week.
Man, listen, man. I fuck hitting the showers. I hit his ass with a goddamn spiked bat. I can't. Oh, goodness, man. His face alone. Yeah, man. I understand that.
The fact that he had 2 seasons up there was sad. He had 2 seasons.
2 seasons.
He would have been out there the first season. He'd have been gone after the first.
You right,
man.
You defended yourself. Yeah, I guess that is right. Even though you did it too late, motherfuckers been riding off Joe Namath till Zach Wilson came around, and y'all gonna add
for 50, 60 years.
Oh, hold on, hey, Callie, I defended you on this last time. Chad Pennington was never a bad quarterback. They didn't really give him that many pieces. No, but don't play. Hey, hold on, Callie. Hold on. I'll go back. Hold on, Callie. I got you.
So what about Mark Sanchez?
But hold on. Well, he was trash.
He got the 2 AFC championships back to back, but that was because of the Curtis.
But can't say Curtis. But hold on. What about Vinny Testaverde before Chad Pennington?
That was a good quarterback.
Oh yeah. He was good. We had somebody.
That was a good quarterback.
We had little glimmers in there, you know what I'm saying?
You had sparks. Y'all were like spark plugs. They got too old. They stopped working.
Rex Ryan first year, we went to the AFC Championship with Mark Sanchez as a rookie. And then we went again the next year after that. That was like 2009, 2010, we went to the AFC Championship. We lost to the Colts and then we lost to the fucking Steelers in the AFC Championship games.
They've had Santonio Holmes.
But
They've had
I don't count.
He had a little squad at that. Thomas Jones was our running back at the time. Remember, Curtis Morton was on the Jets, and he was doing his thing back then, too. But that was
years of putting it
on. All those, though, are drafts, except for, Mark Sanchez? I think y'all acquired him a year after he came into the league.
We drafted Sanchez. We moved up to get him at number 6. Yeah, yep. Because at that time, Pete Carroll threw dirt on him and said, like, nah, he ain't ready to come in the league yet. Right. That was like one of the first times the head coach ever said that about one of their quarterbacks. Because he came from USC.
I do.
And then we go, what we do? We turn around and get another quarterback from USC, Sam Darnold. And I think Darnold is good. I don't think he's going to ever be great. I don't see that. But I think he's still going to be turnover prone. But we don't got no secondary, and we wasn't getting enough of a rush. I mean, we got a couple of sacks on him that game, but you got to think Carl Lawson, that was our pass rusher. He got injured. He's going for the season. Gerard Davis, I think his name is, or something like that. Dude that we got from Detroit Lions. He's supposed to be one of our starting linebackers. He's out for 6 weeks. We just lost our left tackle for another at least 5 weeks or something like that. Mekhi Becton during that game. It's just a mess,
All the
man.
bad news bears right now.
This sound like Baltimore, man, all over again, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Just
it's
injuries, bro.
Things, but at least y'all's be winning, man. It's like we trying to build the coach and just can't get a fucking break.
Yeah,
it doesn't help that you get rid of your GM and your quarterback and your head coach every 2 years.
Every
like,
3
it don't help either. How you gonna build? Where can you build on?
Right.
It's always we got the right agenda.
I think we're going in the right direction. It's just not going to project on a football field just yet, man. We got a young squad. I think this season right here is going to be just an experience season. Everybody going to have to take their bumps and bruises. And by the time we get the next, we still got multiple first round and second round draft picks for next year, plus the talent that we got now. So all we got to do really is just get them some games under their belt, get some experience. And, it is what it is, man. Hopefully I'm hoping we get 6-7 wins out the season. That'd be nice, but
I think y'all get.
How much cap space y'all got?
Shit, man. Last year we had the most. Damn near. It was like we was.
And who did you use it on? Who did you use it?
Well, we got Corey Davis. We got Carl Lawson. We got there was a couple of other pickups that we had got, but we didn't go crazy.
Yeah,
we didn't go crazy on free agency.
And y'all got
we didn't go crazy on free agency. We still got hella bread though. That's the thing. We ain't go crazy on free agency, man, because you know what happened? Every time you try to make that microwave team, that shit end up being bad. Like, how many times
the microwave burrito?
Yeah, every time Washington try and make a team like that, what happened to them? Every team that don't draft well and don't develop their players well never actually be good.
That's what they doing right now. That's exactly what they doing right now.
Only team that's that can really just bring in free agents and still be relevant like that is fucking the Rams. Cause they just trade away all their draft picks. Yeah, the Patriots. This is the first time they ever did that though. Like the Patriots is the cheapest motherfuckers in the world.
They are, but they lost the Golden Goose, aka Tom Brady, who brought 6 ships.
But the vampire. That's the vampire, man. Tell you, Tom Brady is a
golden gander.
Not going to do what Tom Brady did.
Bill Belichick. No,
Tom Brady was on Twilight. You ain't see him in the background on Twilight, man. That motherfucker's 1,000 years old, man. I'm trying to tell you.
Listen, I'm not gonna say Mac Jones is gonna do what Tom Brady did, but all I'm saying is, as a rookie so far in that system that he's in, New England, he looks good.
And that's all that matters.
It does look like he fits.
The Tom Brady, it's a little. They're always gonna compare the two.
Do y'all remember?
I do like him.
When Mac Jones got drafted, I guess he whispered to Roger Goodell, they replayed it back. He said, "I wanted this to happen." When New England had drafted him and picked him,
yeah,
he's like, "I wanted to come. I wanted this to happen." But it makes the most sense, right? That's their type of guy. Back to the whole we talked about the Cam Newton thing. That was never their guy. They got him for.
They were buying time.
That's exactly what they were doing.
They have a certain. It basically, y'all put it this way. To me, it's almost like a white girl. Really didn't matter. That's the point. It's basically y'all. What I'm saying is, okay, I'm gonna say I'm tripping. It's like a one night stand. Listen, the Cam Newton situation in New England was a one night stand. It was never meant to be the long term relationship. They're looking at Mac Jones.
That was just
so Cam Newton was the jump off?
Yeah, that was the Band-Aid on the bullet wound.
Yeah.
Cam Newton was the Band-Aid on the bullet wound. That's it.
Hey, Cam Newton was the black man.
Cam was the jump off. We just said that?
And then the elder White said, you gotta go back white. This don't look right. This don't look right.
I bet you them fans in Boston are some of the most racist fans.
Right.
Boston. Who was their idol in basketball? Larry Bird.
I'm sweating. Shit, they was spitting on did they say they was spitting on Bill Russell and all them out there?
See?
Why you think every player complains when they go to either play the Celtics or the Patriots, shit like that? Yeah, because they know them, them Proud Boys out there. They be on that bullshit.
They do.
That was
That's
hilarious.
But you gotta think though too with the Patriots and everything, man. You gotta think Nick Saban and Bill Belichick got a real tight
They're
relationship.
tight. Yeah,
So you know
yeah.
Belichick was like, "Yo, what's good with this dude right here?" Like Nick Saban probably like, "Yo, man, fuck with him." You know what I'm saying? He gonna
He's
fit
hyping
your
him up.
criteria. Yeah, and then they know that how hard they go on each other's players and everything. So
Mhm.
I just think, like you said, it was a good fit, man. And plus, like the Patriots with a black quarterback, that's like what I'm saying, like captain.
That's like the Steelers with a black quarterback. That
What
would
was
never
you about
happen.
to say, Callie?
That was like that's like old dude, man, from the Marvel shit. When Captain America gave him the shield,
this shit.
they went up in the uproar like Captain America black, like, oh hell no. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's exactly how it is.
Yeah, they don't want that, man. They don't want a black Captain America. So Patriots and having a white quarterback, it just seems to be what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's
But the
hilarious.
original point that I was trying to make before I went off of my dumbass whatever was that I looked at y'all's schedule, Callie, and I see y'all got the Patriots coming up this Sunday. So
Yep,
I was just saying that's going to be a good game to watch with Zach Wilson, Mac Jones.
That's going to be
some
perfect.
great young
That's going to be the game of the
That would
week.
be a great game to watch.
That'd be a game of the week right there.
Hey Cliff, I was gonna tell you too. I just got the Fire Stick. I just got I got another Fire Stick just for streaming the games. My homeboy, when I went home to New York, he had put me on to a little site where I can stream every game. Yeah, all of the games. So yeah, man. I'm about to be posted up at the crib on Sundays, man. This goddamn ball game too expensive.
I'm about to be with you then.
Jets. Jets.
That's
I
right,
just
man.
said that today.
Man,
It just popped in my head when I was going over my
Hey,
notes.
always had love for the funny thing is, Callie, listen, I meant to tell y'all this. The funny thing is, when I was in Pittsburgh with Buster and some other family the other weekend, I was at a cookout and Curtis Martin's mom showed up, and I hugged her and everything. I said, I still ain't met your son yet. I said, I ain't got no autograph. I said, I got souvenirs over the years as a kid. He would send them to the cookhouse but never come. He was that cousin, but his mom would come. But anyway, she's like, oh, I'm gonna set it up. So what I was gonna say is, if I do get a chance to finally meet him, my cousin or whatever, I'm gonna get some gear. Look, I'll save some for you too. I know.
Oh, definitely, man. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Curtis Martin was a beast too.
That's a real.
Ask him for the 15. Give us a 15-minute interview in this.
That's what I was actually going to talk to you offline about that. But that's what I was also leaning towards, Cliff.
That'd be
already
dope.
know. That'd be crazy.
That'd be
you
perfect.
can't miss that, Callie.
Yeah, plus,
that'd be dope.
But back, plus another reason why I got the Fire Stick too, because watching the game as a Jets fan in Ohio, you know what I'm saying?
Tough.
It's like, man, the spot I went to, of course, they have the Steelers and the Bills on the big TV.
Right.
So I always end up on the small TV off in the corner somewhere. And then, they got the other game on the loudspeaker, so I can't even. I like to hear the announcers in the sports broadcast. They talk about the backdrops of the story, the players in the story. I like that type. Because I wanted to be a sports broadcaster when I was a kid. Like that was that's what I wanted to be. If I wasn't playing sports, I wanted to be a broadcaster.
Right.
So I enjoy watching the game and hearing the broadcasters talk, because that shit is ill to me. Like how they be knowing all of the backdrops. I know they got the notes in front of them and everything, but the way that they just talk about the game and talk about the players, man, I like that. It gives you a storyline to it. You know what I mean? So when you're in the bar and you hear something else going on, like shit happened to me on Sunday, man. I think the Steelers threw an interception or fumbled, and I'm clapping because I'm looking at the other TV and we just got a sack. So they looking at me like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I ain't worried about that goddamn Steelers, man. I'm looking at the Jets over here, bro. They like, oh sorry.
He's an odd man out at the bar.
See, I'd have been feeling like, so what if I was clapping it? I'd have started clapping at every shit they fucked up at. Yeah,
Cliff would have been slow clapping. He would have been.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the odds of getting the Jets ball going out here is slim to none, man. It'd be me and like 4 people.
I actually do think it is a Raiders bar out here.
I wouldn't be surprised. The Cowboys, Steelers, Raiders, Browns, obviously.
Probably got some Chiefs. I know
the Eagles have one. I ran into an Eagles dude a year ago.
Yeah. My dude Ronnie and them, they be having games. Ronnie and Rob G and all of them, man. Shout out to them. They always be having it. I just seen it on Instagram. They be deep, man. They be at least about 20 deep. Now I think they just doing it at different cribs and having cookouts, and they be having to project out and watching the games. Yeah, they used to kick it at the Buffalo Wild Wings in Whitehall, man, for a long time. the Eagles fans and shit. That's where they would all get up at. Yeah.
Damn.
I got a link with my dude Ronnie, man. I'll let you know where they be playing at, where they watch it at and everything, man. I know that'd be nice for you to get in there with.
Right.
Or, you know,
I never had that, bro. Yeah, I never had that.
That'd be dope, man. Yeah. That's why I be kind of miffing about going back home to New York and getting to a spot, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just being around the Jets fans. Last time I seen that was when I went to the game in Cleveland in 2016. It was hella Jets fans up there. So, you know, it was like, damn, feel good to see that green and white, baby.
Even here, though, like, it ain't like a big, like, predominant team other than Ohio State. You know what I mean? Like, you don't even
Cleveland fans here.
You gotta split it between the Steelers and the Browns after that.
I see
right, like not even the Bengals so much. My little brother's a Bengals fan. He just went to the Bengals game. Shout out to them. They won that game.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, man. Joe Burrow looked
good. Some of these teams
too,
are hard to be fans for.
Joe Burrow looked great, Callie. Joe Burrow looked great. What y'all think? Y'all didn't
look
see Joe
healthy.
Burrow play?
Some teams are hard to be fans for. You gotta be a real faithful motherfucker to root for a team that loses, or you know.
You do.
Loyal as hell. I wish Jay was on here for that.
Loyal as shit.
Yeah. Listen, I'm a Raiders fan.
Yeah,
that's right. We go into every year with that anticipation, like, yo, all right, is this gonna be it, man? You know, because you know me, I watch all of the videos and shit, and then you be hyped up, like, yo, maybe we got a chance. Then they get on the field.
Did we really dive into the game yet with the Raiders, and since we got y'all on here, Raiders and Ravens? Did we dive into that?
We ain't really dive
into it.
I mean, y'all both, you know, we got the Raiders and Ravens on here. Let's go ahead and talk about y'all's game.
Yeah, I mean, because that was a good
it was
Monday
spicy.
night game that started off.
That was a great game. That was a great
wild.
I enjoyed all minutes of it.
Oh shit!
That was a great game.
We were so good with the OT. I'm like, damn, we can't even win the fucking regular season.
It was entertaining, man.
It was.
I didn't want to miss it.
I fell asleep on some of it too.
I did too. I had to go back and rewatch some of it. I had to go rewatch some of the game, but it was a good one. Overall, man, Lamar did his thing. You know what I'm saying? He definitely fumbled the ball. He fumbled the ball twice. And, you know, that defensive line, bro, they was on his ass. Like, he just couldn't really live. He had to always improvise. I felt like I was watching a Seattle Seahawks game. Russell running around the pocket.
I'm telling you,
you had the Steelers. You had the Steelers. I got 5 on the Steelers. What's up right now? I got 5 on the Steelers.
Said 5 on the Steelers.
What's going on?
Who playing the Steelers?
Listen, first of all, let me recap, Les, because you ain't been around, and I don't think you was on that podcast, Callie. First of all, no, because it was just me, you, and Britt. Mark bullied me into the what was it?
I thought bullies don't get bullies, but it was the Eagles and Falcons game. Yeah. No, sorry. No, what's that game?
He bullied me. He swindled the nigga.
No, hold on.
Swindled you, yeah.
Cliff. No, swindled you, man. We bet on 2 games. It was the Raiders and Raiders.
I bet you and Britt.
And Buccaneers and Cowboys. Yeah, go ahead. Tell that story.
Cowboys, yeah.
Tell that story. Yeah.
I was saying that the Bucks was going to win it, and then I said, you know what? I think that got something to prove, and I think Zeke got something to prove as well, and he's like, well, if you feel like that, then bet on it. And I said, you know what? I will bet your ass on that.
I want random pockets on your ass.
Test his ego.
It's all right. We broke even, though, because my Raiders
okay, that's good.
Is my garbage.
Raiders held up. Your Raiders held up.
No Cleveland.
And to be real about that game, I mean, running man coverage against Darren Waller.
Yeah,
who the fuck thought that was okay? Like, who in their right mind was like, bro, he's the biggest man on the fucking field.
Yeah, I wasn't even looking at him like that. Like I said, the broadcasters were talking about him. They like, he's saying that he like top 3.
Yeah, no,
I've been watching him.
Top 3 tight ends in the league.
At
period.
one point,
like
he was number 1. At one point,
he was
last year.
They saying Kelsey, Kittles, and him pretty much is like the.
And Kittle got injured. Kelsey got injured at some point. And then who was left? Waller, balling. I said, bro, who? 83. If you see 83 on the field, watch him.
I don't like 83. Kittles ever since he did my nigga like that.
Kaepernick.
You talking about
Cap? No, not Cap. He did my nigga Tebow like that.
What'd he do?
I don't know what he did.
He got that. Kittles hosts the Tight End University every year.
Oh,
and he's the one that was like, we ain't got no room for you this year. And then he released that statement like, it's so many tight ends that want to be involved, we can't just offer it.
Oh, They was hating on my man
that's
Tebow for
right,
trying to come back.
You talking about who? Tim
But
Tebow?
wait, yeah, but wait though.
Man,
So
fuck
you,
Tim
so
Tebow.
wait though. So you offer it to all of the starting tight ends that already have all of the shit right, and deny all the ones that are trying to work their way up. That's backwards.
No, but look at it from this perspective, Cliff. If you a tight end and you putting in work and you do this, and then you get an ex quarterback that ain't been in the league for 8 years that's gonna come in and just say, "Oh, I'm a tight end." You looking at him like, man, bro, get the fuck out of here. Like, you know what we gotta do to do this shit? And you think you just gonna come in and that's what it is? Like,
now, I'm not gonna say that I wouldn't think that way at a point somewhat, but I definitely wouldn't think that if I'm hosting or involved in a tight end university that the top 5 tight ends attend, because I don't want you here.
I think it's more of like a brotherhood, and they looking at him like, bro, you ain't really a tight end.
Well, I'm more
they
of
looking
a
at him like, you're not really a tight end
type nigga. I don't want none of y'all here because y'all are the competition. Now these young bucks are trying to learn. I just want to get them up to my speed so they can make me better. But y'all already know what to do. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I just think he was looking at Tebow like, bro, like, you just gonna come out of nowhere. I can see if Tebow had been a tight end, like, dude, you was a whole quarterback, and now you just gonna come in. That's like somebody, that's like you boxing and the dude been playing some other sport and then just come in and say, yeah, I'm a boxer now. You looking at him like, nah, bro, like, you ain't no motherfucking boxer. Fuck you talking about? Like, get out of here. That's why they look. That's why I mean, like, you see how he came in and trying to be a tight end? Like, that ain't no position you just jump in the water and just say, I'm gonna do that shit.
Hell no. Aim was missing blocks in the preseason.
That's what I was about to say. When you can't even hit a block, you can only lower a shoulder when they're aiming at you.
That's why that Jaguar, you see how the Jaguars is getting smacked, but that's not nobody. I mean, I'm sure nobody was surprised at that, man, because they gonna be trapped. I mean, they was getting smacked 37-14 by the Texans.
One person was definitely surprised at that.
I was. I mean, I'll say I went against Houston for multiple reasons, right? And I'll put some work.
And I put that. What are the reasons?
Okay. So the reasons. All right. So Texans, right? When you look at both offenses and defenses of both, okay, who does Houston have and who does Jacksonville have? Jacksonville drafted 2 good players that I followed through college, through Clemson, and
Trevor Lawrence.
Exactly. And I was like, well, I'm gonna ride with the the guy.
So it's more so
I like Clemson.
Shit. You had
I like Clemson. I like the ACC. You know what I mean? I like the SEC, but I like the ACC. I follow certain teams. Yeah, they have a lot of good teams.
I like the ACC too.
And I just like how college football is changing. So I was like, well, let me just ride with Trevor Lawrence. I have faith in him. He, of course, let me down. I only lost like 5. Actually, it was a free bet. I didn't even lose anything. It was a free bet because I spent enough money. But anyway, so I was, it is what it is.
He doubted the young guy, Tyrod Taylor.
Right. Hey, I knew what he's capable of doing. But I ain't think it was to that one. Yeah, I ain't think he was going to.
Tyrod has never given a bad performance on any team he's
that's a fact.
Or going back to Virginia Tech.
That's a fact.
Never.
I just didn't have confidence in his team. I didn't have it wasn't about him. It was about the team.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Or he got good karma. One of the two.
I think he's a good quarterback. I think he should have had a shot somewhere.
Because karma's on your ass if you ain't got bad luck. Karma's definitely doing her job because you get fucked time and time again.
Right, yeah.
It was an upset. There was some good upsets.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it was just a matter of, like, you got to think, man, rookie, not just a rookie head coach, but a head coach with no NFL experience, a quarterback with no NFL experience. Then you got to think about all of the bonehead shit Urban Meyer been doing in the off season. You know what I'm saying? Hiring that racist dude at first. Like, the thing college, man, like, all of the little stuff he's doing, he blew it up about the whole COVID shit. Like, no other coach would have said no dumb shit like that. Like, they looking like, yo, bro, what are you doing? Like, you can't just go on here saying, like, yeah, we ain't keep somebody on the team because they ain't get a vaccination shot. All the other coaches would have wiggled their way around that.
Listen, they still doing it at the moment.
What the fuck was this shit?
Yeah, I mean, Yeah, I mean, you could say the same thing about
Shit, my
Cam
shit
Newton,
tripping.
about him getting released from the Patriots. You know what I'm saying? You could say he didn't have a COVID shot, right? COVID protocol. You could also say that he didn't fit into the system. You could also say that he's a black quarterback. You can say multiple things on why he left.
I think COVID has a lot to do with it for the simple fact that they picked him up.
Mm-hmm.
They picked him up the next year,
and they extended him too.
That's what I'm saying.
Why would they pay him just to release him?
So they picked him up, right? Because they still don't have a real good backup.
No.
Mm-mm.
So why would you release him if you picked him up? If something didn't conflict with what y'all had going on.
Exactly. And Belichick said in the interview that, they took in the COVID, vaccination status as a part of their cutting process. And I'm just like, okay, if that's the case, but who is the backup to Mac Jones now?
Nobody.
The same dude that been the backup that they know is a bum. I can't even think of the dude's name right now.
See, the crazy thing about the Patriots.
Statham like that.
I think you're right. But what I'm saying is this, okay? It's been proven that the Patriots, all their backups, can do actual work in the league. Jimmy G left. He won 6 games in San Fran, got a max deal. Like, what the fuck? How?
But no, you know what? I think it is, honestly, is the way Belichick runs the shit. He expects the quarterback to get the ball out of their hand as fast as possible. And if you look at ex-Belichick quarterbacks, I mean, Brady and even Jimmy G at sometimes, you see they get the ball and they get it out.
And Brissett, the one that went to Indiana.
Right. Jimmy G didn't have a bad...
they all throw. They all
quick. They get him out
quick.
Cam is not a get-it-out quick guy.
Nah, he's an extend-the-play type of guy.
Exactly.
And he's not accurate.
And that's why he has injuries.
Yeah, you got to be dead on accurate, too, in that system.
He's just athletic.
Yeah,
you gotta throw people open and do certain stuff that's just not his strong suit.
What you're asking Cam to do in New England is cut your instincts off. Take your 3-step drop and stand there. Cut your instincts off and make the throw.
Ball. Somebody's gonna be open.
Anything else but make the throw.
Somebody's gonna be open within 4 seconds.
And
that's the average. That's the average.
You know what the difference is? That's Jameis.
Yeah, he's took enough hits. He's learned that he takes hits, and he learns he needs to smooth that ball out.
But he'll stay in that pocket if you let him. I'm not gonna leave here if you let me. Right. But if you make me wiggle these feet.
I got a week 1 overreaction. I think Jameis Winston is gonna be a dark horse for MVP or comeback player of the year. Definitely comeback player of the year, but possibly
comeback player.
MVP talks. Yeah, possibly could be in the MVP talks, but definitely comeback player of the year.
Let me write that.
I'm telling you, man, him with Sean Payton, if he just listens to the coaching of Sean Payton and he got the arm to really extend the field, and once what you call it, what's his name?
Michael Thomas.
Michael Thomas. Yeah, once he come back,
he got another 5 weeks, but yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though, Ben. But Jameis Winston got all of the arm talent. He got all the arm talent. Dude was the #1 pick, Heisman Trophy winner. Like he can get it. He just never really been coached up like that, man. And I think that he fell in the right spot. He's willing to take a backup spot in New Orleans just so he knew, because he knew like Drew Brees was on his way out.
Drew Brees was on his way out. Yeah, he's 40 years old, bro. He knew he was gonna retire.
There behind Brees for a year and look at how it's really done. Like you see how a precision passer makes decisions and throws the rock. And if he take a half of what Brees was doing with his arm talent,
New Orleans will be a great team.
You cut back, and they got the defense ready too, man. And you cut back on
Cam Jordan.
Yeah,
Cam Jordan, your boy Marshawn Lattimore, Marshawn Lattimore, yeah.
Alvin Kamara. They got some.
Yeah, Kamara, he did.
Michael Thomas healthy, a healthy Michael Thomas.
The last 3-4 years they've been at least, you know what I'm saying, in the division.
They've been deep in the playoffs. Deep in the playoffs.
Every time. Every
Every
year.
time. You know, so
But
yeah,
that was
I mean,
also with Breeze too.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, if Winston plays if he plays to the ability that he can play, they're gonna be.
They'll make the playoffs and they'll make a run.
No, I agree on that.
We'll see though when they play against the Bucks. That's gonna really be a test for that
Two
division.
times.
You know what I mean?
They gotta play
2 times,
twice.
yeah. Because if they beat the Bucks though, man, and that'd be crazy.
That could be some solid.
That could be
beat the Bucks.
That could be like who's going to be deciding. I mean, depending on how the Packers do, but
play
those teams are going to decide who's going to be going to who's going to play at home in the playoffs in the NFC. I'm talking like overall, like record wise, because I think at this point I would say in the NFC you got Philly. I think Philly's going to be able to punch the ticket if they play how they play between Philly and the Cowboys, and then you got to think, man, maybe
Seattle.
Three of the teams in the NFC West probably going to fuck around again.
Seattle, you got Arizona going.
And you still got the Rams.
You have Green Bay. Green Bay's still going to go. They're just not going to
they're going to go because
the Cowboys.
They got to go because of the division. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You got to think every division leader is going to get in. So that's 4 right there. So we got to talk about the wild cards and who's going to have the best records and the tiebreakers and the wild cards.
The Cowboys don't look bad.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
did very well.
Bad.
Man. Nobody expected them to play that well against the
and they did that without a run game.
But it's still week 1. That's why I'm trying to tell you. It's week 1. Week 1 is still like an extension of the.
Did you see him play?
Who's that?
He only rushed for like I think 33 yards or something like that.
That was against the Buccaneers, though, man. Nobody rushes against them.
He's supposed to be a top 5 running back in the league.
He's getting paid as a top running back, and he did nothing.
He getting paid for what he did, not what he's doing. That's
exactly.
Right.
Man, they gotta cut that salary down.
Right, Kelly. That's
you gotta
what I'm
give
saying,
up some
bro.
M.
That's
you gotta give up that M, man.
Hey,
you can't be.
Oh, fuck it. If he could get it out that racist ass Joker Jerry Jones, then cool. Get your money, Zeke. Go back to Cabo and his bitch ass.
Him and Dak.
Oh,
I mean, I'm all for them.
Y'all gonna kneel. Y'all gonna get vaccinations, man. Fuck Jerry Jones, man.
I get all that, bro, but at the end of the day, I get all that, but at the end of the day, it's about production, bro. You look at somebody like Aaron Donald, bro. He's been consistently, ever since he got paid. That's the stigma in football and all major sports. They get 4 good years. They get off the rookie deal because they got to get the extension.
Okay.
They ball. And then what happens? Injuries. Madden cover.
So wait.
They get on the covers of video games, curse.
So wait,
like,
I feel like
the production goes down.
This argument proves what Cuz was saying. Because what do you feel about Saquon Barkley, who's questionable to come back this year or this week as well? So do you pay him?
No, not yet. He hasn't done enough.
No.
Well, exactly. But what did Cuz say? You paid Zeke for what he did.
And then look what he's on now. Exactly. You got to look at. I don't know Zeke's stats and I don't know Saquon's stats. I did follow Saquon towards the end of his like junior year of like Penn State, but
he ain't did shit in the NFL. He got a couple highlight plays.
Exactly my point. So what I'm saying is this: you gotta running backs, right? The average lifespan of a running back is maybe 5 years, and that's if they can survive the rookie deals without getting torn ACLs.
Really 3, but
it's 3. I'm just giving them generous. I'm giving them an extra year or 2. So let's just say like Le'Veon
will be because they lining them up as slot, but
exactly.
Sorry, continue.
So if you're giving somebody 3 to 5 years, bruh, as a running back, and a running back is not even a run game no more. It's more of like a run. You can come out the backfield. You might line up in the slot. You might be even a wideout bro. You might be a screen. You might be even a wildcat guy.
Right,
so you're doing all this shit. How do you expect somebody to consistently do this for 2 full contracts at 4 years a pop?
Well,
and rookie deals are 5 years.
I think
they're 5 years with a player option or a team option.
It's not 5. Rookie ain't 5.
Bro, look at
it's 4 years with a 5th
some
year
of these
option.
Contracts are 5-year deals.
Yeah,
look at Andrew Luck.
4 years. It's 4 years and a 5th year option.
Exactly.
They can pick you up on a 5th year option, or they could franchise tag you on a 5th year option if they want to.
Andrew Luck.
Yeah, they don't have to pay.
RG3. Aaron Donald, he had 5 years in before he signed that major extension. And I met Aaron Donald on the South Side at a bar and said, bro, you holding out for that $100 million? He said, yeah. And that week later, that's when Khalil Mack did the bigger extension. Mm-hmm. So I ran it, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, so a lot of these, what they're doing now, they're doing like 360 deals, quote unquote. They're going to do this 5th year option. They're going to see if you're going to play. Then if you get injured, you get no money, bro. You get fucked.
Yeah. That's
so
why
Saquon Barkley, he's not proven.
Yeah, and then
durability.
Does the NFL have a player association?
They do.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, everyone has a union. They all do.
They got the weakest one. They got the weakest union out of everything.
It's terrible.
They don't got that. They got the weakest benefits.
It was Richard Sherman, and then he got voted out. I think it's somebody else now. I don't know the name. We can look it up.
I can't remember, man. But you got the one dude. What's his name? Like the players union representative. I forgot dude's name. It's a black dude too.
They voted for the fucking 17 games. Why the fuck would you bring 17 games?
They got Frank Tarkenton
because they wanted another game check.
Who?
The vintage Vikings quarterback from like 1930s or 1940s or some shit.
Frank Tarkenton.
Is that his name? Yeah.
Fuck a game check, bro.
It's a black dude that runs it, man. I can't think of his name right now offhand. Like,
but why would you want to go extra week, bro? If you're on the team, I'm not even gonna throw shade, but I'm gonna just throw some teams out there real quick. Falcons, right? You know you're not making the playoffs. Okay. I'm not gonna hate on your Jets. I'm gonna skip right over them. Giants.
They ain't making the playoffs. You ain't gotta scare him. They're not making them.
I'm a realist. I'm a realist. I'm not gonna sit here and just be like, yeah. But I know what you mean. But you gotta think for every player, that's another week check for them. And then they losing one preseason game. You gotta think they get paid less for the preseason than they getting paid for the regular season. So they like shit.
I get that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But you gotta look at the you gotta look at the COVID protocols too, though. See, that's where Jimmy Smith spoke about this. Why would they vote in an extra week? Okay. And I gotta get plucked every week. If you're not vaccinated, they have to pluck that shit in your nose every week.
That's a person.
It's even beyond the week.
And they down to one bye week. They only get one bye week instead of 2 now, too.
Exactly. Okay, so it doesn't benefit.
You know what it comes down to, man.
They could agree on it. Your salary is set for 16 weeks, bro. Every contract is set for 16 weeks. That 17-week game check shit, it might be the case, but Jimmy Graham said, we don't get paid for that. He said, my salary is $8 million a year. It's $8 million a year divided by 16. It's 17. He said, now I work for free. Right. So we don't even know if they get paid for the extra week. Now I did talk to
their contracts already, right? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Especially people who are solidified and not on rookie deals. The rookie deals may have changed, but the veteran deals that are already in place, Bobby Wagner, he had a great deal. He negotiated his own deal. I was watching on Earn Your Leisure, but their deals are set and they got so many incentives and everything set. So it's like now you bring this in. Now we gotta work. We gotta do an extra game.
Yeah,
run a shitty
that's
team.
a good point. That throws off my entire incentive.
Bro, the whole offseason has changed.
I may not meet the mark on my incentive on the average because of this extra game, let alone me not knowing if I'm getting paid for it too.
So why don't exactly?
I don't know. I think that they agree to that stuff because they got the shittiest union, and then if it comes down to a lockout, you got young, predominantly African American men that have no financial education really, with millions of dollars, that's spending the money like that shit is going out of style. They can't afford to go in the lockout. Whereas you got billionaire owners that'll be like, all right, y'all don't want to agree.
You are right about that. And the rosters are smaller in the NFL.
Yeah,
53 people.
And
that's not a lot.
And let's be honest, practice squad.
Plus the practice squad. The practice squad.
Let's be honest.
They don't count towards the 53
like that.
No, they're not. Practice squad get about 110 depending on the market. They get 110.
That's still.
And that's on the low side. Bro, as a veteran minimum, you're getting like 400 to 800,000 based on your years of experience. It's all about years of experience. So the longer you've been in, the longer your veteran minimum is. So the higher. So
they paying the practice squad, motherfucker. You think they paying the practice squad, motherfuckers, more than they paying the G League stars?
Yeah, bro, they're paying. Bro, you can look it up.
They're paying the practice squad, motherfuckers, more than they're paying the G League stars.
Yes, they are. Yes.
Oh, no, I don't believe that.
You can
I
look it
don't know
up.
if I. Well,
You can
look
look
it
it
up
up.
for me
No,
right
I
now.
don't think that's the case.
I can't. I'm on my phone.
NBA, they go to the
I can't.
NFL, though.
Let
But
me
the thing
see
is,
if I can look it up.
I did talk to a couple different players. Like I already spoke about the Aaron Donald affiliation. Went to the same high school.
Oh, about
I did
that.
run into him
Right.
multiple times.
Yeah, I know
Okay. Then
that.
I talked to another player who plays for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think his name is number
You ain't gotta give
number
your
7.
Credentials.
Yeah,
but his
number
name
7.
ain't number 7 though. I know that.
No, his name's not number 7. That's his jersey number. So his jersey number is number 7. His name is Telvin Jones. He graduated out of University of Memphis. He was an ex-Steeler, number 14. And he was explaining the structure, because when they went to the playoffs, he was on the team. And he explained the structure of how they get paid, what he had to do to come off the practice squad to the active roster. And he broke down in the playoffs how it's similar to like overtime, where the money like quadruples per game. When you get to the Super Bowl, your salary at a base rate is multiplied by a number.
Right.
And they pay you on that number. So when they negotiated that, this is before the new contract, because I had him on Instagram. I could add him, talk to him, whatever. But anyway, so he was saying that these contracts, like Malcolm was saying, they get paid, yes, but their contract is stretched, it's re-rocked another week. So instead of getting 1.1,
he said re-rock. That's a good analogy.
Instead of, my bad, I should say 20%, but he said instead of them getting 1.1 as their base salary, they may only get 800,000 now because it's stretched that extra week. And you pay taxes based on the city and the state that you play in. It's entertainment tax. It's like 42.
So the only people winning out of that is the owners.
It's the multi-millionaires, bro. The only people who are making money is the head honcho.
Oh, you know that. They wouldn't have added that and did that if that wasn't the
so
case.
It doesn't make sense.
I mean, and then the owners and the owners with the TV deals and everything, they the ones that's really making the money, because that's one extra game. That's one extra home game. That's extra concession stands, extra commercials,
extra everything.
But I'm sure though that the players get a percentage of that as well, because when they cut that pie, the players agree to getting a percentage of certain stuff that when they extend the season.
The percentage is not favorable.
You may know.
I'm not saying it's favorable. I'm not saying it's favorable. They getting fucked in the ass every goddamn year being NFL players. Period. That's why they envy the NBA players, because the NBA players really can like. It's 1 out of 5. If you really that great, you can really just like you seen what James Harden just did. He said, "Man, I don't want to be here. Fuck y'all, I'm out." And NFL players can't do that, man. One player, they're not gonna give.
They don't even get paid the same. You can't even compare. They don't even get paid the same.
Yeah, I know that.
Kevin Durant makes $33 million a year. He only plays maybe 60 games because he's injured half the time. And then you have an NFL player that out the whole season. Team trying to release them, free up the contract.
See, you got to think, NBA contracts are guaranteed. NFL contracts are not.
But it's incentive based.
Also, to your point, Callie, NFL, you can only say you won out. That's all you can say. You can't say where you want to go. You can't say what you're interested in. In NBA,
you can take a release.
Say, I want to get out, and I want to talk to them, and they can work something out.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And once again, I think that because it's a smaller team space, but in the NFL, even if you're Tom Brady, if you got somebody mid-season saying I want out before the trade deadline, that don't mean Tom can get you on that team.
No.
That don't got nothing to do with Tom.
Right.
Tom may have a little more pull, but he don't got LeBron James in the NBA pool.
Nah. But LeBron James secretly runs LA for real. I mean, as he's probably like the second GM on the team. Let's be real. He pushed the team. He got pulled, bro.
I was gonna say with the NFL though, like it's structured to where they don't. That's why the whole Aaron Rodgers thing was so interesting to me, because that was one of the first time that you seen a well-known household name come out and say, "I don't want to." I'm not trying to play for them. But you heard what they were saying too. Like, nah, they're not gonna let them go, because then what's that gonna do? That's gonna set a precedent for every other player to start doing that. And that's what the NFL really don't want. They don't want like Deshaun Watson. That's why they'll sit there and sit on his contract and pay that man to sit on the bench before they trade him, just because he want to be traded. That whole, the Texans owner with the whole inmates can't run an asylum mentality. So at the end of the day, it's still like a I mean, I love the NFL, but it is like a slave
It's a slave
master
ship
kind of-
mentality.
They
Yeah,
compare,
man, yeah,
they
yeah.
compare to that every year. They compare to
It
that
is,
every
man.
year.
If you look at the draft process and the combine, that shit don't look like fucking
That's
Black
what-
Friday and slavery. They measuring motherfuckers up. Oh yeah, man, look at his arms, look at his legs.
He's 6'7", 3/4,
Yeah, exactly.
258 and a half
That's-
pound. Like,
He-
bro, what the fuck?
He can
This
haul.
is slaughterhouse.
He can haul 3 crates by himself and stop a
There you go.
mule if you needed him to.
Hey, he can
Man,
pull 3 horses
combine process
with one
looks
arm.
Crazy. If you read on Black History and you look at the combine process, you'd be like, yo, this shit
It
is
looks similar.
eerily similar. Yeah, very.
Very
And then
similar.
at the end of the day, we our people is out there, pulling, tearing ACLs, ending up with all types of brain trauma.
But
And
no,
they getting
it ain't
literally
just
come
us, it's
from-
everybody. And
Everybody doing it, bro.
everybody
The
gotta
almighty
go through
dollar.
too, whether you white, Mexican, or whatever you
Yeah,
are.
but I'm talking about at this point predominantly
But I
most
understand what you're
predominantly
saying.
of the players are black. What I'm saying is that now back in the days, of course, football was predominantly white, but then they realized like, yo, these niggas is nice. Like, let's get them out there in the field. But ever
Listen,
since they
I
went to
wanna
that, it
know-
was like,
I want to know who the first motherfucker was that hit so hard they said, "Oh, we need shoulder pads and a helmet."
right.
Because
Yeah.
that they don't never talk about him. They talk about Babe Ruth and all that, but they don't say who innovated football to where we need actual
Yeah.
plastic
'Cause it
helmet
goes,
and
yeah.
shoulder pads. This motherfucker
Yeah, 'cause
hits too hard.
And a cup.
Right.
Right.
It went from
And a
leather.
Bro,
It
somebody
went from
playing
leather
dirty.
helmets.
Somebody playing dirty.
Because you got to think, man, it went from leather helmets, and the first people you really hear about that was really like putting in work in the field was like Dick Butkus and you know what I'm saying? Damn, what was the one dude that
was
hit
the
you with
after
his palm?
leather.
That was after leather. Yeah, that was probably like
what
what
was
the
the
70s?
what was the original? Rugby was the first football where
Yeah.
they was like just smacking dudes.
No,
So
not-
where did
not-
they innovate from rugby to football?
Rugby was
Started in
of course,
college though, didn't it?
Rugby was football started in college. Rugby was a nationally known sport way back. Football was made from here.
Mm-hmm.
Like they basically said, like we gonna do our own thing type shit, and they made their own leagues. Did you see that YouTube thing, the history of the NFL?
No, I
gotta
never
look
watched
at
it. I never
haven't
peeped it.
seen
I did watch the one about rugby,
That's
about
very
how it started
interesting.
over.
And it's a quick
Start
one
over.
though. It's not like a big. It lasts like a half an hour, and you get the gist of it after about 15.
Half an hour is a good
minutes.
amount of time. That's a good length. That's a good length.
But
Usually them shits be like 4 hours.
it was really just like when the NFL started, it was just a group of people out east. Like it was only like I think 12 teams. Like Boston, Ohio actually had like 3 teams. I think they had Columbus, Cleveland, and Toledo. And I think Toledo was like the champs for like 3. It's a whole bunch of crazy shit. But basically,
Before they
started
created those
adding-
extra teams.
They started adding teams in, and what's interesting about it is even the West teams that started to pop up, like the out in LA, they would have to move to out east for the 3 months that the season started because they couldn't fly
Back and forth.
right. So they
Yeah,
had to
was it the
move.
AFL and the NFL?
I think it was
similar to
before.
how-
It was even before all it. It was even before all that. You gotta watch it.
Damn.
It was some
Yeah, I might
crazy
check that
shit
out.
though.
I know it started with college, and then eventually they made a professional league and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, then that's
Yeah,
now where
I
they got
think-
the construct. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
that makes. I'm gonna check that out. That makes enough sense.
But yeah, rugby's,
Yeah, I'ma definitely put that up.
been around.
I like rugby.
And that's nationally known, you know what I mean? Like it's
I just
almost
like the
in
shirt.
it, and I don't mean to take it that way, but it's almost like motherfucker. I'll just say motherfuckers gotta be. We'll put it to Americans. Gotta be the best at something to the point that they'll make something of their own to be the best at it.
Oh, I know what you're saying. Like,
You know what I mean?
it's
Instead
like
of being the best at rugby, because we've never been, we'll create our
We'll make
own,
our own
shit,
shit.
and
Make our
only
own
do
shit.
it internationally and say we're the best in the world at it.
Yeah, only do it nationally and say that we're the best. Like
Right.
you know, there's no. I mean, because
I
you got
guess
the CFL.
international is right.
International would be like soccer. Nationally would
Right.
be more
That
like
shit's
You're
the
right.
big.
NFL, the National
Soccer's
Football League.
big.
It's just like, oh, we got this is our thing, and we're the world champions because this is what we do here. Like
Right.
true world champions is like winning the FIFA Cup and shit like that. Those are real, actual world champions where you beat
Yeah.
other countries.
Right.
But America, America this is America, man. This is
I ain't
arrogance,
trying down
man.
America. Listen, I got pride too, but yeah, that's some fuck shit.
I mean, it's America, man. That's what we do. We like, man, yeah. This
And then you
we
say,
that's it.
and then you say this is a microcosm of living in America, and then you say, well, we would offer you the shot at competing with us, but how many of y'all motherfucking countries can afford to have pads and all? You know what I mean? Like, kids don't grow up there the way we grew up here, to where
No,
we
totally
can
different.
just join a football team and they offer us pads and a helmet,
But the
whether it
NBA
be used or not.
The NBA started a league in Africa.
And
Did you see that?
but
And
that's
China.
different though, because basketball is always going to be international. Because all you
That's
need is
true.
a hole in a ball,
That's true.
a
Yeah,
paper,
that's
a bought up piece of paper in a trash can.
That's true.
Yeah, it is a lot easier to translate that game over
It is.
as with football. But you got to think though, man. Speaking on that concept, if football was like NFL football was like around the world, there's other countries that would be whooping our ass, man. Because I ain't gonna
think
lie,
so.
man. Growing up,
I don't
I
think
think so, man. Because like growing up in New York City and shit,
Maybe
man. Like
Russia.
certain like Caribbean countries, them
Germany.
motherfuckers are just fast as fucking strong as fuck, just naturally. I'm
Rob
not even
said
saying like Russia. I'm saying like a Jamaican team or certain
no,
teams like that. Like
no,
them
no,
motherfuckers
no,
might
no.
be
Jamaican would be fast, but
It would definitely be fast
a
for
lot
sure.
more.
Strong as fuck,
Jamaica's a lot more natural than we are.
soccer.
You know what I mean? No preservatives, no nothing in their food.
yeah,
It's
they're a lot
natural food.
stronger. Maybe a lot stronger
I don't
naturally
know.
too.
I
I'm
don't know
talking.
if I'd say
You
stronger.
might get some good
Maybe
wide receivers,
faster.
good
Right.
corners, good wide receivers,
Quick
good safeties.
shit. But
You
I
might get a
think
gotta
good
think
running
we
back.
getting hit by an
We talking
American
about like
juiced up on chemically modified meat.
GMO.
ain't too many nations that can fuck with that other than Russia, and Russia's not as athletic as
yeah, 'cause
America
we
is,
can't
because
put
y'all
China
took
in there.
niggas.
I'll say
China
Ukraine.
can't really.
I'll say the Ukraine as well. Ukraine
Well,
pretty.
yeah, no, Ukraine's always athletic. Now that's
You
where
seen,
you get your
what's his name?
corners and your wide receivers from. Lomachenko, Usyk, and those are just
Yeah.
boxers. But
Yeah,
when
but
I
you,
think
they pretty
even
good.
gymnasts, Ukraine's always going to be.
Poland.
But yeah, no, they're not going to be able to compete with
But you got to think though, if these countries were
America.
having football teams, they
United
would eventually
States.
start evolving, like how football players were super small back in the days, but now they're a lot bigger. If they had those teams in their countries for this amount of time, you
Even
think
I
that
would like to see
they
it.
would be evolving as
even if
well.
Ukraine,
I would like to see it.
even if Ukraine, and you got to think Ukraine is one of the wealthier places over in that area,
Got a little paper.
developed football, it would be like California developing football. It wouldn't be enough of you to compete with us on a national scale. It would be like Bishop Sycamore. Let the Ukraine get a football team and then bring them over to the United States, and ESPN would be like, it's a concern. I'm at a concern for their health at this point. They're getting fucked up. It wouldn't work. There's not a country.
Because I'm just thinking like, if they had the years of experience of playing football, because
Oh yeah,
there's no other country really that has the years of experience of playing him.
right.
Set aside with CFL, but CFL is an extension of America because it's North America is still, it's connected and everything.
and
but
it's Canada.
and even that is still a little, it's still a little clunky. I mean, they get like
Canada's not the.
What about the AFL? The
I
Arena
think that
Football League.
I think they had
They didn't go in. They didn't go international. Is that right? Did I use that right that time?
No, they're not international.
AFL,
They're just a small league. They're just a small league.
Yeah, it's a smaller league. AFL is like really like you said like
Semi-pro.
based. It's like a speed base. Like, you don't got power running in the AFL. They just straight up, they just throwing the ball all over the place. Yeah. You got 3 down, you got 3 linemen, and just, after they still got that one receiver. They got that one receiver that runs before the play start too, like the CFL.
Yeah, it's guys. It's in motion, and you run before you go. Yeah, CFL's the same way. They have the same type of play style. But it'll be nice to see the world. You know what I mean? Because everybody talks about soccer, basketball, but football's not, international. It's just it's America, bro.
And then think about
a lot of countries frown on football though too. They be like, that's not football.
It's not.
Soccer. Well, it's not. Yeah, it's American.
It's American football. Football, Spanish, just means soccer. So everybody believes in football, but they don't believe in American football. You know what I mean?
We created the word soccer, though.
Yeah, because it's really called football around the world. Like they say football, but it's FTBOL.
It's FUTBOL. Yeah.
The question is, why did our dumbasses name football if you only kick it if you're doing bad?
Yeah, like you either kick it after you score or you kicking it for a field goal.
It's American, man. Yeah, they should have named it something else.
Field goal or kickoff, but I guess, I can see why they did in a sense, because it's like, what other sport in America outside of but soccer wasn't that big in America, so it was like, all right, well, we got to kick this ball, so, we're going to call it football. I guess.
So you got to kick the ball. Wait. You got to kick the ball to start the game off.
The game,
but
now you're
mean that you use your foot the whole time. So why not, if that's the logic, why not call it kickoff?
Right.
What they do. Oh, what a name.
No,
yeah,
the
name
whole sport.
Yeah, the whole game.
Call it tackle.
It was something catchy, bro. Somebody ran with it and made it catchy. You know what I mean? That's
all.
Call it.
Yeah, let's go pick and tackle.
Call it field chess.
Field chess.
That's the funniest thing about football, man. People look at it and don't realize that sport is more complex than any other sport. Because the amount of people you got on the field. Sense. Yeah, man. You got 11 people on each side, and everybody has a different position, different reason. Like, man, listen, only people that played sports and understand the breakdown of plays can really say, yo, man, football is more complex. People look at it and say, oh, all they doing is bouncing and that's that.
It fucks up.
The whole thing falls.
It's an assembly line. If you're off, I'm off because I got to cover for him and he got to cover for you. Now I don't even know who the fuck to yell at until I look up at the screen and see the replay.
That's why you always see them looking up. Like, man,
they always look up. Whose number was that?
You bitch.
They looking up at the Jumbotron like, yo, man.
But they're going to jump him in the locker room as soon as the game's over.
Honestly, that's why I don't like going to professional games, because there is so much time in between the plays.
It's long. Yeah. It's a 3.5 hour event.
Jumbotron. You look at the Jumbotron more than you look at the field, depending on the speed of that.
It's so much time.
The Jumbotron shows you every look.
40 seconds.
And then
40 seconds between each play.
Going on between it.
I go to a live game every year. I haven't went the last few years, but every time I go to Baltimore, the actual game time on TV is shorter. And when you're sitting in the stands, bro, you'll be there for 3.5. You know what I'm saying? And you got the bro, when it's a commercial break, they dead ass sit there.
That's the issue. It's not always the time in between.
Getting Gatorade, walking around.
They chilling, they talking, they be laughing. You can hear them.
Then they got the little. Then you got the.
I be hearing everything.
The home team had a little chance on the Jumbotron. They have commercials. They have real live commercials on the Jumbotron. Like,
it's real.
Tickets to the game and this and that. Like, I'm planning on going to the. I'm about to get tickets to the Colts and the Jets game on. I think they play November 6th. It's a Thursday night game. It's gonna be on.
Where it's in Indy or it's in New York?
It's in. Hell no, it's in Indy, man. I'm not staying outside in November.
Go in that dome. Go in the dome.
I'm going to the dome. Yeah, and it's only 2 hours away. I'm going to the dome.
In Indy, they do.
Was it a good game?
We won. They was upset. They was upset.
Y'all down to go? Let me know. It's a Thursday night, man. You know what I'm saying? It's November 6th. I'm just going because
ticket price. That's the question.
Shit, right now the nosebleeds is only like $35. So you
Oh,
I don't
figure
want
like
the nosebleeds.
Well, where
no,
you
no,
sitting?
I always say that, but I use that as a
Right,
as a
gauge.
reference.
Baseline.
That
Like,
ain't.
okay,
That's
it's
a
starting
good.
at 35.
That's a good
So
gauge.
you figure you're looking at like $70 for something decent, like you know what I mean? Like
I
you're
like
gonna
the
be,
club
Well,
seat.
yeah.
Well, where are you gonna be? I would rather be where everybody's gonna be in the same area. We
I
don't
haven't
gotta
got
be in
my
the
tickets
same.
yet, so that's what I'm saying. Like we can all just get the tickets at the same time, so we got a little group section and we go from there. I'll chip in, get a goddamn room or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and then
And
we
it's a
driving
Jets
out there.
game, so it's probably Diamond Dog night.
Yeah,
I'm just
I don't think the
playing.
tickets are gonna be that expensive. And it's something to do, man. Just to get out the
I
city for a second.
definitely want
I might be
to.
with that.
What's up with the protocol though? Because I'm not vaccinated, nor am I ever gonna get vaccinated. A lot of places, a lot of venues
That's
I'm
what I
going
need to
to.
find out about.
I won't
Bro,
say
they-
never, but I don't plan on.
I'm not
state is
doing
doing something different. Every state doing something a little
And
different.
that's
with
what
the
I'm saying. I can't
vaccination.
keep up with this shit. I can't keep up with the events. I want to go to on different concerts. Cleveland, you good right now. Cleveland, you don't
Don't
got
go
to be
to New
vaccinated.
York.
Pull out my
Don't
card.
But New
go to
York,
New York.
I seen New York. New York is terrible.
I'm good to
Ooh.
go.
You can't even go in the restaurant and sit down and have dinner without a card. They want to see your
Man.
No
vaccine.
alcohol.
Yeah,
Then
two
you
shots
cool.
with
I'm cool with that.
alcohol. Double dose.
Still woozy.
I'm cool, man. I'm cool, man.
Hey,
I'll get the outdoor dash that shit to the crib. I don't care if I'll never go in the stadium ever again. I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm not waiting. I'll wait till Rona's over.
They
Still
made
coughing.
they made the sit at home
Right.
experience
Still.
watching a football game better than it is going to the
Exactly.
Going to
And
the
I've been to football games. So I'm like, bruh, at the crib sound way better.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
see my favorite player already
I
play.
want to, okay. I'm
Bring it
gonna
home,
say
Cliff.
this. I'm gonna say
showers.
this, and then we go. Nah, I'm gonna say this, and then we go touch one more game and wrap it up.
Okay.
More so than going to a game, which I do want to do, of course, especially with the squad.
Yeah.
I want to do a
Event.
what's the word that they call it? The white folks tailgate.
Oh, yeah. I'm down with that.
Tailgate and set up a whole, little section. We could do it from the parking lot. It's gonna be a lot of people interrupting, of course. But
And babe,
be a
make
lot
us
of
the banner with
publicity.
the hit the showers.
You
Babe, and make that banner.
Yeah, all that. We need it. That's what I'm saying. We need to do that.
Yeah.
Especially with the Ohio State games while
That's
it's
what I was
COVID.
gonna say.
I'm sure
Yeah,
the
you could
parking
do-
lots are emptier than they normally would be, but I bet they're still live.
Oh, they're
They
still
jumping,
alive.
Tone, my
Still
homeboy
jumping.
Tone. You remember Tone that?
You seen the stadium last weekend?
He
when they got
was just at the
upset
game.
Right.
You
He
seen
was
it?
at the
It was
game
like
last
100,000
week.
people.
They did get.
100,000 people full.
They got an awful
Full
defense. But we ain't gonna get
My
into
homeboy
it. But
My homeboy was tailgating last week. He said it was crowded.
Packed. You look at the TV. It was packed. So go ahead, Cliff.
Because that'll interrupt our shit every 5 minutes.
Mhm.
But we gotta figure out. We'll figure it out. We'll talk about it off pod. Last thing I wanted to touch because I can't not touch it. Britt, I love you, but I can't wait for you. Browns Chiefs.
Oh, spicy. Spicy chicken.
And then we'll get into our hits after this one. But the Browns Chiefs.
That fucking, what's his name? Paul Gilliam, whatever his name is.
Who?
The fucking punter that dropped the ball, that fumbled.
Right,
that
with the long hair.
Bro, whatever his dude's name is, I know his ass got jumped in the shower. Because his ass folded.
He said he hit the shower and he got jumped in them bitches.
He got jumped.
He didn't even hit him. The guard escorted him to the showers.
Right.
That's the difference between like a winning culture and a team that's just now trying to get used to winning, man. Because that pressure, man, it just hits teams differently especially when how often do the Browns go into a season with that high expectations, And I'm just being 100. This is like the second year. This is the second year in a row that they really have expectations like that. And I think that they just kind of folded under the pressure a little bit, man. But what I will say though, as a measuring stick, they still up there as far as the AFC teams go. But they're limited to what Baker Mayfield can do. I think that he is the type of quarterback that can get you. He can get you to the Super Bowl, but everything got to be right around him. He can't throw you to the Super Bowl.
I got faith.
I don't think
Baker.
I don't think behind
Duce over there.
Nah, yeah, I know. Yeah, I seen him. I seen him with the Duce. Hey man, but I don't think Baker Mayfield, if you down 20 points, I don't think he can throw you back into a game. I don't see that. I think it got to be the right formula. They got to be, running the ball. He got to be limited. You give Baker Mayfield 45 attempts, he's going to give you 2 interceptions.
No, I agree. I agree with everything you said. I do agree with everything you said, but the difference is, the one thing I'll say about that game is Cleveland is playing very loose. And that's a great thing. That's a great thing. That's not a bad thing. They're playing they're passing pass backs to Landry, and they're comfortable while they're doing it. That's the one thing that I didn't say about the Raiders-Ravens game, is that Carr never looked comfortable in that game.
You just don't like Carr, man. You hate him, man.
Put some respect on his name.
Comfortable into the second half of that game.
Carr looked all right to me.
He's leading the league in yards through week 1 in passing yards.
And he should. He usually does, though.
He's the modern day Brett Favre.
But the issue, like I've been saying, and like every other Raiders fan has been saying, is when it gets tough, the clutch moments, you don't show up. Now, he got lucky. That Lamar fumbled that ball because we drove first. And then they got the ball and came back. If they would have scored, that would have been the end of that game.
Well, your team is suspect. I mean, you knew that. I mean, it's the Raiders. What did you expect more?
Hey, Malcolm,
I don't like Gruden. So
what's your take on it? What's your take on the Browns?
That's why everybody's so upset he fumbled, because you had the game, you were inside. Worst case scenario, you kick a field goal, you go back the other way.
You said, what's my take on what, Callie?
Yeah, what's your take on the Chiefs and the Browns game? You ain't really say too much on it. I just wanted to see.
No, that's what I was trying to say.
I don't want us to stray too far off the topic.
Right.
The Browns blew that lead, bro. They was beating the shit out of it. I turned the game off. They was fucking the Chiefs up. I was like, man, this game's over.
You know what, though?
They blew the lead.
That punt, that was a touchdown.
But
that punt was a Kansas City touchdown. They both touched the ball at the same time. He was dumb as fuck for even grabbing the ball on the 2-yard line. What were you going to do with it? Run it back?
I got a question, though, man. Right. What do you have? My thing, though, confidence level-wise, man, when you see the Chiefs down and you see Patrick Mahomes is behind the center, you never feel like they out the game. It's like you're just kind of waiting for the comeback to happen. Like if it was vice versa and the Browns were down 20, you would be like, "Oh, this game's over."
Right.
That's my thing. I feel like the Browns and the Ravens. Yeah, I think so. But the Browns and the Ravens are built very similar to me in the sense that their games relate better to being with the lead where they can run the ball.
Right.
Lamar is not going to just throw you back into a game when they down 20 points. And Baker Mayfield, I don't think he's going to do that neither. You know what I'm saying?
He has more potential than Lamar.
Baker?
Yeah.
Baker's more of a thrower.
Baker's more of a thrower.
Honestly, what could happen, one of the best things, knock on wood, that could probably happen to Lamar is having a hinder to his mobility that's going to force him.
I've spoke about that multiple times ever since he's been drafted. They have to throw the ball. Even though he is, me and Cliff was talking about this before the podcast, but
before you have to.
So he's thrown for 5,000 yards and he's only rushed for 2,000. So he clearly throws more than he runs. The problem is that his offensive coordinator, Gus Roman, we're putting his name out there. This motherfucker don't want Lamar throwing for whatever reason. He puts wide receivers around Lamar, but he's scared.
He don't.
And it's like I remember this was like Russell Wilson. Before Russell started trusting his arm a lot, He used to run too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there was other quarterbacks. Josh Allen, he likes to run around, but he also has
he
an arm.
trusts his arm. Yeah, Josh
Exactly.
trusts his arm.
The coordinator has to put that inside the player for the player to exploit that. If they want him, if he's getting first downs in 30, third and 35, and he runs and gets a first down, but they're going to praise the run. They're not going to praise him. He would have tried to throw his way out, and he would have thrown a pick. And that would have, instead of punting the ball, you just gave him a turnover and points.
And
so
you got to think too.
That's the problem in Baltimore. If Lamar ever gets hurt, we're going to be talking about this again, and we're going to be like, damn, we've been saying this for 4 fucking years, or whatever time frame it is, that he needs to throw the ball.
A lot of his yardage when he throws the ball is off platform plays. So you got to attribute a lot of the yards that he's getting is coming from, like you said, making people miss, moving around. So now the receivers are getting an extra 5 seconds to break off their route and do something. So then you're getting chunk plays off of non-design plays. These aren't design plays. So it's not like he's just going back, doing his reads, and then boom, getting it out there. He's going back, using his athleticism, and then just using breakdown plays to get chunk yardage, which makes his passing yards look more impressive than they actually are.
Right.
And that's the problem, because the offensive coordinator isn't trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it, though. Like, I get what the offensive coordinator is doing, because he's really like, all right, let me embrace his attributes, but he's not trying to build him up in the same aspect. He's more worried about keeping his job than he is developing him as an actual passer, I think.
And Lamar's not going to last 10 years in the league running around, bro. Let's just be real. He's not going to be around. He's not going to last 10 years.
He's still more like RG3 than he is Mike.
He's Vick. Not.
Unless we find out he fighting dogs and he take 3 to 5 years off of the NFL and bulk up.
Lamar is not. He's not gonna last. No, he's not gonna see his next big extension, bro. And he's not gonna feel. He's not gonna get a chip that way either. He's not gonna get a chip running around, bro.
The thing about being elusive is it only takes. It's like a wide receiver. It only takes one cut
time
into a bad hit that you're not paying attention to.
And it's over. You're limited forever. Your potential will never get as high as it was.
Guy. That's like. Let's be honest. That's like a little bit taller, but a Devontae Smith running the ball every play. No, that's dangerous. I'm scared of that.
Very. And that's been.
But it only
when
takes
he needs
one false move to.
You gotta think about these linemen and these linebackers, especially the one that we drafted. I forget what round we drafted. That was it OWEH Ottaway? Or whatever his name is, the first name.
For who? For
Penn State, for the Ravens. I believe he was the first round draft pick. The linebacker, 6'7", like 240. He runs a 4.39.
Damn.
Bro, he's fast as fuck. He's big. Huge.
It's not.
All right, look.
Connected.
I don't know his jersey number, but he played for Penn State. He got drafted out of Penn State last year. First round, the Ravens pick. I think our pick was like 27.
And he's 28. A linebacker.
He's a lineman / linebacker. He's an outside linebacker. He sound
like more like a defensive end. I thought he was a defensive end or something.
But they put him as both. He played a defensive end in college in Penn State, and they converted him. I'm on my phone.
Nowadays, it's the same thing anyway.
Exactly.
Unless you have a true defensive end.
Well, he was playing both because of his speed and his size. He's 6'7", 240. He's bullying anybody.
Linebackers.
He's going to bully.
40?
Bro, look him up. I can't. My phone.
He running 4.3.
4.39.
I thought Micah Parsons was the number one out of Penn State.
No,
he's probably the most skilled, but obviously this dude must be the most physically.
I'll send you the information when we get off of this. Bro, he's on the Baltimore. Look at the Baltimore Ravens draft picks and look at their first 3 rounds. And his name is I think it was something like OWEH, Ottaway or Oway or whatever his name starts with a J. His first name starts with a J. 6'7". He's about 240. Runs a 4.39 out of Penn State from last year. First round pick. I think it's like 27, 28. But what I'm saying about him is that when because we were talking about Lamar and these different players, but all I was saying was that somebody like him, and he hits Lamar. Okay,
all right.
He's not gonna wake up the same way. because Lamar only runs like a 4.34. Okay, he's running a 4.39. He ain't that far behind him. So if he gets a good jump and Lamar don't see that man and they run a collide, it could be a problem.
Yeah,
and they're on the same team as each other. They're on the same. So what I'm saying is to say is these Crosby from the Raiders, okay, that guy, and what's the other guy's name? Colin Farrell, I think. I don't think he played though. But these different fast linemen, bro, like
a Dolphy, away head.
That's the guy I'm talking about, bro. 6'7".
WEH.
That's the guy. 6'7". He's about 239, 240.
He's a side linebacker. Why don't they give you that?
He ran in the combine at 4.39.
Left side is what it looks like.
But guys like him, bro, Lamar is undersized. If he gets hit too bad, bro.
Oh, that's because of the position. He's not playing every position. He's playing different defensive formations. That's why they put him like that.
Okay.
Because it says Patrick Queen is y'all's right inside linebacker.
That is number
Malik
6.
Harrison is y'all's left inside. He's a slide linebacker, so I'm imagining they're putting him either on
wherever he's going to dominate.
Right, he's based on the position.
Wherever he's going to dominate, they put him.
Yeah.
Look at his 6 foot. Look at his.
I don't know.
I think if Lamar, if he could maintain, it's certain people that maintain a certain elusiveness to where they don't really take a hit straight on like that, like Kyler Murray is. Like nobody can really get a clean hit on Kyler Murray for whatever reason.
He's fast,
he just knows how to move a certain way to not take a hit straight on.
But you're going to get that one.
I feel like you're going to get that one. No, each one is going to get that one. They're both going to get that one. But I feel like Kyler is more on the Vic type where he's more compact. You know what I mean? Like he's more compact he's not taking as many risks.
And he was a baseball player, so he really got the cannon. Right. He got the cannon on him, and he got the accuracy. And so that dude can throw that shit on the line.
Oh, he's going to slide. Yeah. Lamar's not going to slide. That's the difference.
Lamar's going to take a hit.
He's going to exactly. That is the part. That's the problem. That's the problem.
We'll wrap it up. I would like to know y'all's hit the showers. Do we have a Thursday night game tomorrow?
We do.
Yeah.
Who is
it's
it?
Washington. Washington and what's it? Washington and. Let me look it up. Thursday night football.
It's Washington and Giants. 8:20.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me an estimation on that game. And then,
they got the backup kid starting for Washington.
Tyler Heineke.
Heineke.
Yeah, I like him. I like him.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Washington. 17-14. Washington winning over the Giants. 17-14. And I think they're going to win because of the defense. I think Daniel Jones is going to cough it up at least 2 times and get sacked at least 4 times. Yeah, that's what I'm going to go with.
That's a lot of sacks. Damn. Okay.
Yeah, I think he's going to get sacked about 4 times.
I mean, that D-line is wild. They got a great, Montez Sweat and Chase Young?
They didn't look that impressive, though. Okay. You talking about Washington's D-line, right?
Yeah, Washington,
Yeah, they didn't look that impressive, though.
But the Chargers got a squad, though. The Giants,
your boy Hubert.
You are right.
My boy Hubert don't play.
The Giants O-line is trash. He was Daniels was getting terrorized by the Broncos. So you already know Washington defensive line is really about to wreak havoc on them.
You're right.
And Daniel Jones he coughs it up. So yeah, I'm gonna go 17-14 Washington.
Who hitting them?
Man, honestly, I'm gonna have to say, man, I'm gonna have to hit the showers. The Packers, man, get blown out like that. 38-3. Man, listen, the Packers they gotta hit the shower on that one. 38-3, bro. That's terrible. That was an ass kicking. The Packers definitely can hit the showers, man. I'm hoping it's just a week 1 fluke and Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers bookie made out.
Man, listen, somebody threw that game. I don't know. I think like right. But yeah, that's my hit the shower.
Cleveland Browns roster.
All right. What about you, Les? What you got as far as the Washington, New York Giants?
Washington, New York Giants. I'm going with Washington, of course. The Giants ain't got it. Saquon's going to be limited. So you already know how that's going to go. Sterling Shepard might have a good game.
We don't even know if Saquon's playing.
Well, they said they listed him as limited. They're listing him as limited on the practice because I got him on my I follow him on my fantasy, but they have him as limited. He has been practicing. They want to make sure that he doesn't re-rupture because then that's another year. We don't want a Derrick Rose effect. Right. Okay, so that's what they're trying to avoid. But I got Washington winning. I'm gonna say 24-14. The reason why I'm gonna say 24. I think the defense on Washington, it may get a few turnovers where they may take it. They might crib it. Scary Terry might put some numbers up. Landon Thomas, I got him on fantasy to tight end, might put some numbers up. And I got Heineke scoring about 2 touchdowns and, maybe giving the ball off to, the running back for 1. So, and then they'll kick a field goal, subconsciously somewhere. But, yeah, I got that. Hitting the showers. I'm about to look at, where's his name? The damn punter. Where you at? Where's your name at, man? You got to clown you.
You said it, too. You talking about
Jamie Gillen. Jamie Gillen. What's his number? They don't give his number. Trash. Anyway, number 7. That's his name. So Jamie Gillen and his jersey number is number 7, Cleveland Browns. Hit the showers. Bro, fumbling that snap. He was boop, 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 boop. He was playing big. He was playing, what's that? Pinball with the damn football.
Right.
Just the ball everywhere. Bro, he has caught the ball 50 times and kicked it 50 times in practice weekly. And you just fumbled him. And you cost your team. Bro, he got jumped. I'm trying to tell you. Don't be surprised if this comes out on a 30 for 30 5 years from now.
Like the dude from Chicago that got in the way of the catch that could have saved the series.
Bro, it's going to be on a 30 for 30. When he retires, let's remember that. Jamie Gillen.
My hit the showers goes to the Browns for blowing that lead against the Chiefs. I thought they had that wrapped up for a minute. So that's my hit the showers. Shout out Brittany. And then for Washington and Giants, I'm gonna say, man, it's gonna be a low-scoring game, man. You got what's his name? Is it Daniel Jacob? What's his name for the
Jones?
Daniel Jones.
You know what I mean?
Daniel Jacob. What's up, man?
That's what I'm saying. You got Heineke's. So you got guys who really aren't elite quarterbacks. I'm gonna say it's gonna be Giants 13-6. No.
Ooh.
Giants 13-3. Give me Giants 13-3, Cliff.
That's interesting.
Okay.
You don't got to score more than 20 points total?
That's the NFC rivalry. I don't like the Washington team kind of.
No, it ain't even that. It's just those teams don't have nothing. They don't have none. They're injury
I think
prone
I'm
or
going
down.
with Malk though, but I'm gonna be more dramatic.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it 21-3.
Ooh.
Giants big, huh?
Okay, y'all got faith in these damn Giants. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
No. Let me back that up.
That's a huge lead.
Because I do think
that's a lot.
I do think Cali had a point with the defensive line in Washington.
Okay, so bet 5.
I co-signed.
No, that don't mean that I think Washington wins.
Bet 5 on it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I've been friendly 5 with whoever on the game.
I bet you 5 on it.
I can take that.
Washington wins. I'm gonna give it 14-9.
All right, come on then.
I bet that 5.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
That's
5.
what we need to start. That's what we need to start doing.
Well, I know who all I'm betting.
Let's write them down. Let's track them.
What I say?
Yeah, right.
Sounds like Malcolm betting on 3 of us. So there it is. So either Malcolm's either he's gonna be $15 richer, or you know what I'm saying. Don't worry, man. I'll give me a nice ice cold brew on your behalf.
Hey, definitely give me a nice cold brew.
Right.
We're going to tip it in and get us the latest IPA with yours.
I'll spend it well. It'll be spent.
Yeah, man. It will get spent.
You said 24-14 Washington?
Washington, yeah.
That's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure I had that right.
I either come up 15
Yeah, no,
or I'm down
I
15.
think it's gonna be 14-3 New Washington.
Washington.
I thought you said 14-9.
No, I said 3.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I mean, it
first
don't matter.
21-3. You
First
said
I said
21-3, and you said
21-3.
14-9. Now you're saying 14-3.
Yeah, first I said 21-9 New York, and then I said, let me think about it with the defense in that I think it's going to be bad. I think it's going to be 14-3. I think it's wild.
It's gonna be a
14-3
goodie.
Washington.
Especially
I'm not even gonna
Malcolm
watch the game
Batman.
until halftime. I'm gonna watch from the second half
Hey.
on.
Cliff,
But yeah,
write our other bet down. Didn't we? What's the other bet we did?
So is that on?
Not
Or is that going to be on NFL
Oh, yeah, we
Network
did
or
bet
is it going to be on local?
What game is it? Was it the Jets
Thursday
game?
night?
No.
You know they share it. You know, some Thursday nights it just be the NFL Network. Other Thursday nights it be I think they go like week for week.
Right.
But I don't know. I got my Fire Stick fired up now anyway.
Yeah, I'm
'cause
about,
I
to, I'm
ain't
about to come
okay
fuck with you on the
nothing.
Sundays. You know I'm be
Let
doing
me see what it's gonna be
Sunday
on.
anyway.
Yeah.
Thursday night football.
Yeah. You got a
did
Fire
bet on
Stick at the
something
crib,
else.
though,
What
right?
was it?
I know that's going.
What else we bet on?
I'm about to look. Was it a week? It was a week 2 game, right?
Washington football team
What's
versus the New York Giants.
Raiders and Steelers. That's what it was. I said I got 5 of the Steelers against the Raiders. Raiders
Was
and Steelers.
that what that was?
Yep. This Sunday, September 19th.
Well,
Yeah.
for anybody that may have caught that and has not yet posted in the chat, ignore the first bet. It's now Raiders Steelers, and I accept that kindly.
And hold on, in addition to the one we all just made with the Washington and New York Giants.
Washington, New York.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the NFL Network.
Well, that
NFL
was just
Network,
the,
yeah, I
that was
kinda
just the
figured
win
that.
on. That was just the win for Washington. I'm not betting for the score.
Right.
You
Yeah,
just
right,
betting
right.
straight
No, we're
out.
just betting on the team.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. And
Yeah.
might hit the showers to wrap us up. Hold up. My hit the showers is Josh Rosen because you look like Lil Dicky in a football helmet. Hi, I'm Dave. Hi, I'm Dave.
Who he play for? Who's Josh Rosen play for? You fast for that. Who's Josh Rosen play for?
The Niners.
Oh.
He's the third string quarterback. He came out the same year as Darnold. What was that, 2015?
Yeah.
Something like
That's
that.
crazy.
16.
He was a high first round pick and just
And nothing. And nothing from you.
Multiple teams. Nothing.
Now you're behind Trey Lance that came in last year.
And Jimmy G.
It's rough. Hi, I'm Dave. Well,
That's pretty sad.
Hey, clip that for the whatever.
does anybody have anything to take us out? And somebody please have something. Huh? Anything? Think of something?
I mean, we're gonna wish hopeful thinking for the Jets organization. We're gonna wish hopeful thinking for the Falcons organization and for the Jaguars organization, because it looks like all of those teams are gonna have top picks next year. So we're just gonna go ahead and say a quick prayer. Please, Lord,
He said
give
prayer.
us. Give us.
Right, I'm gonna stay on the over under, man. My Jets, man. We gonna get 8. We gonna get 7 or 8 wins.
Please don't be a charity case.
We gonna get 7 or 8 because
this is not the Susan Cohen for cure cancer. All right, we're not a charity.
Houston gonna win less games than us. Jacksonville gonna win less games than us. And I'm trying to think, man.
Right, the Texans.
Yeah, the Texans definitely gonna win less games than us. And yeah, I feel
What else? What other teams out there? Oh, and the Giants. So
Giants
I
in the
say,
AFC.
yeah. So that's about top 5.
Yeah, we probably gonna.
You'll have a mid round. You'll have a lottery pick. You'll have a mid
Hey,
round.
we already got we got 2 first rounders already and 2
Y'all
second
need more
rounders.
Y'all need more rounders. And when y'all, but I like the Jets. I like y'all jerseys, no cap. I like that Gotham City feel. You know what I'm saying? That's dope. But y'all gotta play like champions. Y'all gotta play like champions, all right? We was the Cleveland Brownies. We was the Cleveland Brownies, and we said that ain't us. and we switched and we got a ring. 2 rings.
Just remember, Rome wasn't built in a day.
You're right. You're right. Y'all might have to change identity. You might have to change your name from saying New York City, New York Jets to the Gotham City Jets. You know, I mean, you need a spark. Yeah, spark, man.
We'll check back in. We'll check back in next week and see if the Jets change their jerseys. I do like them black joints though that y'all.
Them pool are tough. They are tough.
But
I gotta connect on the jerseys for cheap too. Let me know, man. I got a website.
I might have to get one with my name on it. I might have to get my name on the back. You know what I mean?
They drafted a Michael Carter, 2 Michael Carters last draft. So, I'm good right there. As you can see Carter on there. So, I'm going to get Michael Carter running back 32. So, I'm good, man. That's like a custom pick for me anyway. So,
man, I'm going to give me a custom joint. Them Jets jerseys be clean.
Well, all my shower heads, subscribe, share, do all that jazz. I'm going to do that now as I always forget to. But we will see you Saturday. Talking all around sports. Until next week, y'all be good or be good at it.
Way to lay down the pipe. Carl Nassib with the hammer there.